Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Black Flag for live stream number 2 as we continue our journey for every game in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Yes, we finally started it. We started Assassin's Creed Black Flag. As of last night, we did a 2.5 hour stream, just under. It was meant to be 2 hours. We kind of overrun, but we always do. It's not a problem. So we have kicked off with Edward Kenway. We cleared the first island after beginning with him, and we stopped last night after a couple of missions in Havana. Is it Havana? I think it's Havana. I'll find out when we go back in. But yes, we have started. The game is very memorable. I was saying last night, everyone talks about Black Flag. It's one of those overriding memories for a lot of people when it comes to Assassin's Creed. Black Flag, Origins, and probably Ezio are the most talked about Assassin's Creed characters, games, times, that kind of stuff. So, you know, a lot of people have a very good opinion of Black Flag. A lot of people think the story is brilliant, the gameplay is really good. And for a game that came out in 2013, I was saying last night, I was incredibly surprised at how well it holds up graphically. And control-wise, controls are really good. The only thing I would say is the counter for when you're attacked with your swords is very forgiving, but to the point of probably overly forgiving. That would be the only thing I would say is a bit weird. You know, I don't mind a challenge, but overly forgiving just makes it a little bit too easy. But as you can see on the screen now, we are 4% complete after 2 hours. Not very much, but as always, we'll do our best to try and achieve the platinum. We're going to try and run through everything there is to do, 100% every island, and just find every little secret that Black Flags has to offer. I'll reiterate what I said last night as well. When it comes to the multiplayer, because we need the multiplayer trophies for the platinum, if you guys still have it, let me know. More than willing to team up on the multiplayer when we get to it, but it will be at the end of the run, I would have said, more than anything else. Massive thank you to all the new subscribers. The subscribers have been going up. I did notice that this morning. Massive thank you. Really appreciate it. We nearly hit, well, we hit over, during the stream last night, we hit 100 views again. It's gone down overnight, as it always does. And I didn't see if the actual... I think it was down, to be fair. I forgot to check. No, we got 11 likes. I was amazed. I expected that to drop down. But yeah, with the Genshin Impact stream yesterday morning also got over 100 views. It's incredible. You guys are fantastic. And yeah, just happy that you're happy. That's the main thing. Right, bear me while I tweet quickly and then we'll crack on. I still don't understand why I can't type and talk. It's one of those really weird things. And I can multitask on some things, but just not on typing on my phone and then talking. Although I can after I've done a certain point, but not until I've done that point. It's really weird. Okay. Done and done. There was something else I did want to quickly check. But yeah, so this morning we've got another 3.5 hour stream. And we're going to see how much we can get done in that time frame. Hopefully we can get quite a bit done. But because we're doing everything there is to offer, things will take a little bit longer. So we have to allow for that. I don't know how many hours we're going to have to put in to complete it. I would say it's probably... It's got probably 100 hours. I would. That's a very conservative estimate. It's probably a lot less, but it feels like it should be 100 hours. But I won't know until we really get into everything. Really, every island is going to take time. But there we go. Enough of me talking dilly dally. 4% done after 2.5 hours. Let's crack on in Havana. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Hope you're well. I meant to ask Lisa, are you going to be getting Horizon Forbidden West when it comes out? Right, Havana. So, yesterday we cleared 2 quests here at the start with a new friend, Bonnet. Our next quest is here. I want to clear things as we go, as well as obviously keep the main story flowing. I don't want to just focus on side stuff all the time if we can help it. You're good, thanks. Good. Our weapons aren't brilliant. We've got a lot of money, but our weapons aren't fantastic. So we're over here at the minute. So what I'm thinking, main quest is over here. Let's try and clear some things as we head towards there. That's my thinking. So if we're here, let's go to the manuscript, grab that, and then we can grab those 2 down here. That's kind of my thinking. We want to clear as we go, but also keep the story moving at the same time. You're going to get it as soon as it come out. And were you in stream the other day when we were discussing it? I was saying to people about it, I don't want to ruin the story for anyone. So I'm thinking of leaving it a couple of weeks before I get it. Just because I don't want to ruin the story. I just wasn't sure if you was in the stream when I said about it. Yeah, we won't be streaming it immediately. I feel bad if I ruin the story for people, so I'd rather wait until others have had a chance to play. I don't mind waiting a couple of weeks. And then we'll have a look at it once it's been out a couple of weeks. Just that way we're just not going to lose loads of money. That's what I want to change to. Okay, so this manuscript is in a red area. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I could just get up there and get it done, but let's have a look how we can get him. There's probably guards on the roof as well, isn't there? Let's have a look. He still is. The one thing that I will say is a little bit frustrating is Edward is already acting like an assassin. And we all know he shouldn't. Don't go up there, come down, come down, come down. He shouldn't act like an assassin. But he currently is. And we know that shouldn't be the case. I've been seen. Alto. Right, I got the manuscript. These guys haven't killed me yet. I was expecting them to. For some reason they haven't. And then I'm out. I'm out. I was going to read the manuscript, but it's kind of disappeared quickly. Well, I managed to walk straight in, to be fair, and then they didn't attack me. So that kind of ended a bit better than I was expecting. We have a manuscript. We'll have a quick look at it in a second. Let's have a look at the manuscript, shall we? I always keep pressing the wrong button thinking that will take me back to the main menu. It doesn't. Database. Documents. Manuscript. So this is... Which one did we get yesterday? Did we read the manuscript yesterday? I feel like we did read the manuscript. Oh, that we did the first one. Okay. This is the second one. You was there. Good idea about waiting a little while to stream. He was acting very unassassin in the bar fight cutscene. Yeah, he was acting very unassassin in the bar fight. But it just seemed just then he's making the same jumps and stuff as assassin. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it because we know he's not an assassin. That's the thing. So this was the manuscript we just managed to gain. One of 4 excellent pages of the mysterious Voynich manuscript, stolen from Peter Beckford's collection some point after 1705. Though the manuscript was found in Europe prior to the European discovery of the New World, this image clearly depicts a sunflower, a flower only found in the Americas at the time. Wow, okay. So this manuscript was found in Europe prior to the European discovery of the New World, but yet the picture, the plant, is from the New World. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, I know a lot of people will be streaming it on release because, you know, that's how they get their viewers and stuff. Whereas for me, I'm not that fussed. I'd rather not ruin it for people. And I will stay away from all of it anyway, so I'm not going to get it ruined for myself. And I think that's the important thing. Right, there is a guard here. Think about him. There's a chest I want. And there's a flying paper. I don't think I'm going to catch. This is not a flying paper, it's a shanty, sorry. I don't think I'm going to catch it. Oh, I hate these things already. Where is it? There. I got it. I did get it. I don't know how I got it, but I did it. Side activity, save the pirates. Okay, let's drop down. Where are the pirates being attacked? They're nearby. Well, shoot them then. They're both aiming the guns and not shooting. Can't see anything, annoyingly. More guards are coming in. All I did was trying to save the pirates. Right, have we saved them now? Can you guys go? I've chucked one down the well, to be fair. I think that's what's confused them. Is he still down there? He is. Right, we've saved the pirates.
Thanks.
It was next to us, so I just went there straight away. We'll take that. I'm assuming we may have gained some friends, hopefully, for later on. Can we loot them? Can. Managed to get the sea shanty, I wasn't expecting that. It's always nice to save some pirates. They're not giving us anything good really, other than a couple of rails, and that's about it. Right, there is a chest just here. We'll grab the chest and then look at where the story is. Obviously, that's where we're aiming for. We don't want to ignore these things. As much as I want to clear stuff, I also want to keep the story moving. Let's have a look where we're heading next. While we're here, we may as well grab that, but that's not where we're heading. We're actually heading south. So we'll grab that, and then I want to be... What is that? Assassin contract. Not too... At the minute, we're not an assassin, so I'm not worried about the assassin contract. But we want to head down here for that. Viewpoint, head across. And then main story. I don't want to just ignore the main story. We've got to keep moving, really. Okay. Powder kegs. Great explosions when shot. That's one thing I need to do. We haven't been pushed to go and buy any guns yet, any pistols, but we do need them. So that's something we do need to look at. Right, with new database entry, this is the Cathedral of Havana. Construction of the Cathedral de la Virgin Maria de la Concepción Immaculada de la Habana, that's a mouthful of a name, was started in 1748 and finished in 1777. A mesmerising example of Baroque aesthetics. The building's obvious asymmetry and curious construction material, coral taken from the ocean nearby, that's quite cool, make this one of the most unique houses of worship in the world and one of the most iconic landmarks in the West Indies. Note, as much as I love this building, truly, music set in stone, we simply can't use it. 1748 is far too late for this virtual experience. Around 1720 it would be a small rough church rising from a drained swampland. Sorry. What? We're selling climbable... I don't know what that is. BLDGS. I don't know what that's meant to be. Climbable something of it. We'll fudge the dates. I'm not on board with fudging dates. Here at Asturgo Entertainment, beauty before truth. Not for us, John Keats and his tidy odes. Truth is beauty, beauty is truth. People want to see landmarks. However, you justify it to shorten the damn name. So there's a little bit of humour in some of the database entries, and it seems there are people that work for Abstergo Entertainment arguing over what should be and what shouldn't be in their experience. We'll call it an experience currently. There's a courier nearby. I'm not too worried about him. I know there's side activities. I don't know how many of them we need to complete. My thinking is more... Okay, I can't just jump across. Okay. This is the church. We need to climb this. I'm hoping we can just climb up the front. Although, all the people are ignoring me climbing up a building, which is really weird. I do wonder if I may be overthinking it a little bit when it comes to him acting like an assassin when we know he's not yet. But the plan was to try and stay away from any kind of assassin activities. But then a viewpoint, I suppose, is an activity but isn't. Because anyone that takes a viewpoint is just seeing a better overview of their surroundings. So I suppose it's not just an assassin thing. But I'm not sure. Okay, we have unlocked another bit of the map. We are going to leave that part of the map for the time being. As I say, we want to focus on the story as much as possible, but we want to clear stuff along the way. So we'll go for that chest next. Shanty there. And then head over down here. Viewpoint, mission. That's kind of my thinking. I don't want to ignore the story. And I hate the fact we have an eagle dive already. So there's a few things I'm not particularly happy about in terms of more things that make the realism kind of not work. So the eagle dive being one of them. We shouldn't have that, and we didn't have it originally, and now suddenly we do. So there are a few little niggles, but they are just little niggles. But there may be some explanation to that later on, I don't know. I will say the cities are very much alive. Well, this is the first one we've been to. They are very much alive with people. All going about their daily business. Pirates drunk in corners. As there would be after a hard few days at sea, months at sea. I don't know how long they're at sea for, to be fair. Okay. So a chest is there, which we'll try and grab now. Same as said we can assassinate, and I don't want to assassinate because we're not an assassin. And I may be overthinking this, but in my eyes, we shouldn't have them abilities this early. If that makes sense. Right, let's grab the chest. Perfect, another chest done. Okay, we did have, I think it was another shanty here. Oh, we did already pick a shanty up today. We haven't. Look, I'm not going to sing it. I don't mind reading them, but I'm not singing it. There is a shanty nearby. I want to try and grab that. We did find a trick last night where we actually stood where the shanty was going to reappear, not on purpose, admittedly. And the shanty reappeared as we stood there, and as we walked past it, and we automatically collected it. The previous one as well, though, I was too high, and yet I collected it. I don't know how that worked. But my shanty is there. We need to grab that. If I knew which way it was going to go, we could get ahead of it. But I'm not 100% sure. It's already flying. Oh, I missed it. Oh, it went over the other side. How annoying is that? Just as I went to try and get to it, it went over the side. You don't have to press a button on the shanties though, strangely. You just have to catch up to it, which is quite good. There we go. Shanty achieved. 2 of the 7 shanties achieved in Havana already. We are being spotted. I need to move. I've got an Animus database entry. Oh, they're both our shanties that we gained. There have been months at sea generally, I think. Remember, Hyphen's journey Assassin's Creed 3, it was 3 months across Atlantic. Good point, yeah. Will be 3 months. Yeah, you can't really comprehend how long these journeys took and how long people were away for, can you really? Considering, I don't know how long it is on by ship now if you cross the Atlantic, but I would say it's a lot less than 3 months. But yeah, it's just to be confined to a ship, and they weren't anywhere near as luxurious as the ships we have nowadays. You know, it's you just can't really comprehend it. I'm not going to read these, mainly because I can't sing. But Bully in the Alley we have gained as a shanty, and Billy Riley. I'm looking forward to hearing these on the boat eventually, once we get to that point. Have we gained a new person? Oh, dancers. We'll have a quick read of dancers, just because it's a new entry. If you haven't seen us play Assassin's Creed before, we do like reading everything, we do like discovering every little nook and cranny of information. So, a cowardly euphemism for women employed in the world's oldest profession, prostitution. For a handful of coin, dancers can be employed to distract guards and interfere with ongoing fights. They may also have some incredible stories of their own to tell if only you'd bother to listen. What is this? Who approved this paragraph? I'm looking forward to find out who OG and RL and all them are. Okay. Go away. I'm not here. You can't see me. Why are they... Okay, I don't know why I'm being chased, but I am. We are just going to get away for a minute. Right, away now? Yes, I'm away. Okay. They just started following me. I've missed a couple of things we're going to grab here. Let's go viewpoint. Let's go viewpoint mission. I'm kind of going off track by not doing certain things. I feel like we haven't done any story yet, and I want to get that moving at least. We need to get to the point where we have our own ship. Otherwise, we haven't really started. But yeah, viewpoint. Ignore the stuff we've missed. We're running away from the soldiers. Kind of changed their plans a little bit. So climbing is a little bit restricted, but not massively. And I like the fact it's only an R2 press. I feel like it's a lot easier to climb than some of the previous games. And as I say, combat's very simplified. But we haven't used guns yet. I'm assuming that will change things a little bit more. It's an amazing... Graphically, though, look at the view of the town. Havana. It's an incredible place. The colours as well. I really enjoy the colours. I think they've done... For a game that is 9 years old, it does definitely stand up. Okay, so from here we want to head to this viewpoint. And I like the fact that viewpoints show everything. So once you have a look viewpoint, it seems to unlock everything on the map. There's no treasure maps anymore. Although I've seen so far, other than the ones where you find specific treasure in that location. But I mean, it doesn't seem to be a one where you have to go and buy loads of treasure maps to find things. They all appear once you synchronise. Let's bring the synchronisation back to where I think it should be. Okay. The last viewpoint, and then we'll have a look at the next mission. I don't know why I've got multiplayer rewards. I'll just have. Not sure why. Climb for a total of 50 meters. Oh, we completed an Asturgo challenge. I completely forgot about them challenges. How they affect things, I'm not entirely sure. But climbing is definitely a lot more intuitive, where you just pick a direction, you don't really have to worry about button presses, which means in theory you're less likely to make a mistake, as I've done previously, and fall off somewhere or jump the wrong direction, because you don't have to press a second button, which I think is a big thing. Fast travel on Havana now available. So I haven't checked this, but I'm assuming you can fast travel to all viewpoints, which is definitely a bonus. There's more slave pirates. We gain crew. We haven't got a ship, so we're kind of pointless saving pirates at the minute. So main quest is here. That's where we're heading for. What is the blue sword? Drunken pirates. Pirates faction Valhalla. Okay, I wasn't sure what they were, to be fair. Ignore the curry. I'm not too worried about him at the minute. Let's go and start the first mission of today. Before I get carried away and clear the whole of Havana. Before we actually know what's going on. Okay. Mr. Walpole, I presume.
Buenos dias. Mr. Duncan Walpole of England to see the governor. I believe he is expecting me.
So, if you're not sure why we're doing this, and staying with Mr. Walpole, basically, the start of the game, you meet an assassin, you try to kill the assassin tries to kill you, you end up killing him, and you take his clothes, and in his clothes was a letter telling you that he was meant to go and see the governor to collect a reward, I think it was. So we are pretending to be Mr. Walpole, hence the assassin outfit when we're not an assassin. I like the fact that Kenway is a bit of a rogue. He tries to blag his way into things. So I think that's a nice way of putting it, really. Right, we have got the Governor's Mansion, so have a quick look at this. There's a new database entry. The Governor's Mansion housed the acting Spanish governor in addition to prison facilities. A new Governor's Mansion was constructed across the square in 1791. In addition to prison facilities. What? No pool? Have we got... That just came up with another database entry for people. I need to stop pressing map first. So on previous Assassin's Creed, you press map, you come out of map, you then go to the main menu stuff. But you don't get that on this. If you come off map, that's all you have. Who did we? The Spanish Empire. We did do British. So let's have a look at the Spanish Empire as well. Already a global power, the Spanish defeated powerful adversaries such as the Aztecs and Incas in the Americas by exploiting existing conflicts and rivalries between tribes and nations between the 15th and 18th centuries. And also, by accidentally spreading disease, it wasn't all strategy. Acquisitive and protective of the supply of precious metals, its new colonies afforded it. The Spanish Empire enthusiastically participated in the Atlantic slave trade and defended its trade routes aggressively. In 1701, Spain became embroiled in the War of the Spanish Succession. At once international and civil, it ended with a series of treaties. In 1713 and 14, it saw King Philip V remain in power, but lose his line to the French throne. Let's face it, he wasn't really using that thing anyway. Moreover, Philip kept his title of overseas emperor, but relinquished much of his empire to the British, who were granted the exclusive right to slave trading in Spanish America for 30 years. The century was nevertheless one of the prosperity for the Spanish Empire, as their trade reputation grew steadily under Bourbon oversight, and continued to grow at an extraordinary rate until the 1780s. Gosh, I'm so glad they recovered from that slave trading loss. Philip V, what a trooper. Thanks for the likes, much appreciated. Whoever they were, thank you very much. Okay. Let's go and meet the Spanish governor. In the letter he did say he hasn't met the Mr. Walpole face to face before, so he doesn't know what he looks like. So we'll see. Will we get away with this?
Good morning, sir.
He said he would recognise us by our... There we go. He said he'd recognise us by the badges on the outfit.
Woods Rogers. A pleasure. The same. I must say, my wife has a terrible eye for description.
I'm sorry?
My wife. You met her some years ago at the Percy's Masquerade Ball.
What happened to his face? He's obviously been in an incident at some point.
She called you devilishly handsome. Obviously,
I think clear as you go is easier for the smaller ones. Areas like Kingston, Havana, getting everything will take a lot of time. Good point. Yeah, yeah, you are right there. I think I think these are the kind of places you're going to come back to, aren't they? So, getting a few bits, going off doing something else, come back to them again. Yeah, smaller islands, different story. Be interesting to see a
It's even
Spanish
less
Empire versus Inca,
for
Maya,
liars.
Aztec.
I
Assassin's
have
Creed
not
game.
come
That
to
would be actually.
disappoint.
I'd love
It's
one
a
back
good
in the
sport,
Aztecs
Duncan.
time, the Incas, the Mayas, and the Aztecs. I think that's
The
a
old man
brilliant
isn't
time
ready
frame.
just yet.
But then I don't know if that much is known about that kind of time frame though, enough to actually make something from it.
You've got my 2 best pairs of matched pistols, Duncan, so handle them with care.
If I had 8, I'd treat each as my own son.
Pull off a few shots if you like, get a feel for it.
Well, we have to shoot the targets,
I once fought beside a man who carried 9 on
There you
his
go.
person.
and we
They
have
were
to
a
shoot
booming
every
battle,
target
but
as the
with
optional.
ability to swim, sadly.
I can't see one of them is, to be fair.
Good kick, yes?
I long for the day
Where
where
is it?
one firearm carries 4 bullets, not the opposite.
It's reloading. So reloading does take some time,
I have a friend in England you may like to meet you.
annoyingly.
James
But you get a couple of
He's
shots
working on
first.
something extraordinary.
Magnifique.
Is that all of them? Get them reloaded. I can't see anymore. I don't think I've missed the target. What was the optional? Complete Roger's shooting challenge. Okay. Well, I think I have completed. Talk to the host. I don't know if I complete the shooting challenge or not. Oh, okay. We can challenge him here. Right. Okay. We've got to complete his challenge if we want the side objective.
All right, here's a simple challenge. Try to strike every target before this hourglass empties. Remember, hit every target within the allotted time.
Okay. Remove because I need to see this one. 2 left. Come on, reload, come on. I don't even want to do it because he needs to reload the second gun.
An off day, Duncan.
No, missed the last one. I'm nearly out of bullets, so I don't know how that's going to work.
All right.
So you're going to give us more bullets, maybe?
Try
I
to
massively
strike
messed
every
it up.
target before
Good
this
morning,
hourglass
Rancork. How are
empties.
you? Assassin's Creed 4 is amazing. Thank you for the like, much
Remember,
appreciated.
hit every target within the allotted time.
Good morning. Yeah, we started last night. We're running through every Assassin's Creed game in the franchise, and this is the next one for us. This is the problem. Him reloading is slowing us down. Okay, let's ignore the challenge for a minute. How do I?
An off
need
day, Duncan.
I need to reload, but I don't know how to reload. Because every time we reload, it's messing us up on the challenge. We need to do the challenge for the optional objectives. Why would he not reload? Let's have a look. Obviously, we borrowed some pistols. They're not ours. Let's have a quick look at controls. I want to know what reload is. That's all I need to know. I'm not changing anything. I just want to know what reload is. It's not going to tell us, is it? Okay. I don't know if we can complete this challenge unless he reloads all the guns. That's the problem. Pistols are there. I don't want smoke bombs. We'll try again. We've got to try and complete the challenge.
All right. Here's a
For the
simple
side
challenge.
objective.
Try to strike every target before this hourglass empties. Remember, hit every target
I'm not
within the
going
allotted
to
time.
not get 100% sync just because of a shooting challenge. I think that'd be ridiculous. It's got to reload after each shot. That's the annoying thing. 10 seconds. Come on. He's not going to do it. 3 left. It's the reloading that's costing us.
Bad luck. Try again.
It is the reloading. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try... Let's see if I can do it this way. I want to get him to guns empty so he auto reloads. No, see now he's got 8 shots. He wasn't reloading after every shot last time, was he? Or was he? Yeah, he was not. Okay.
All right.
I don't think we can do this in a time frame
Try to strike
because of the reloading. I'm not sure.
This hourglass empties. Remember, hit every target within the allotted time.
It's the reloading that's killing me. Yeah, we haven't got enough. Let me think.
Rotten luck, eh?
We had more shots at the start of this, didn't we? I think he may have reloaded more this time. Because now there's 3 showing in the chamber.
All right.
This may have been
Here's
better.
a simple challenge. Try to strike
Try this
every
again.
target before this hourglass empties.
L1.
Remember, hit every target within the allotted time.
You are a legend, Lisa. I'm going to lose this challenge, but I'm reloading first. So we'll go again once the timer stops. You are a legend, Lisa. Okay. Well, we'll let the time run out. We're going to attempt this challenge properly now. Now we've learned how to reload. It never said how to reload. I didn't see it pop up. So we've learned something new today. L1 was a perfect
All right.
choice.
Here's a simple challenge.
Okay, let's go again.
Strike every target before
See if we can do this. I'm not getting 100% on this. This is...
Remember, hit every target within
start
the
from the
allotted
right.
time.
Where is it? Right, this is where he'll reload. I've got 12 seconds, which is fine. Come on. Wasn't enough, I don't think. Yes, we did it. Just. I think we had less than a second. Right, we've got to remember, L1 is reload. The longer you hold it, the more he puts in them. Perfect. Now we can continue. It's the problem when it doesn't always show you or tell you what you needed to press.
Where are your wrist blades? I've never seen an assassin so ill-equipped.
Ah, damaged sadly beyond all repair.
Have your choice.
So I think the
Where
guy,
did you find all
the
these?
governor,
I did
has
not
been shot,
find.
I think. Look at his
I
face.
took them. These are souvenirs.
Ah, we now have assassin blades. And that guy took them, which is a bit of a worry.
2 blades, as is the custom, we?
Custom, aye.
Duncan,
He doesn't have a clue.
with a demonstration of your techniques.
Well,
We must. We put together a training course in anticipation of your arrival. It would be a shame to leave here without seeing you in action.
yes, of course. Well, I mean, if there is time, I would gladly, show you what I know.
Here, you see, situations well suited to your skills.
So we're basically going to
Have a go.
show them how to be
Playing
an
in a crowd
assassin.
is always the simplest. Nothing grandiose, just quick and clean.
Perform various assassinations. So that's a normal assassination.
What's another technique?
They want a different technique.
Quite ingenious to use bales of hay for cover, don't you think?
It would be, but that one isn't high. It is highlighted now. Okay. It wasn't highlighted originally. There we go. The fact is actually showing them how to be an assassin.
Secrecy. The advantage of surprise cannot be overstated, isn't that so? Especially around the blind corner.
Which one's, oh, this one's blind corner. It's part of a group of people. Very risky move, Edward, there. Bluffing his way through this. It is. So far it is working. But you do question, you know, how he's managing to pull this off.
Your
Right.
aerial kills have a poetic
Aerial
beauty,
kills next, they want.
despite their conspicuous quality. Would you show us?
I will show you. Which one does he want as an aerial? I don't think it matters. But yeah, he is bluffing his way through this. But pulling it off currently.
Magnifique. Is it also possible to deliver a killing
Oh,
blow
we've got
at high
to do a run assassination. I forgot about these ones. Sprint towards an enemy and press R2. Press square. There we go.
Mon Dieu, such a
So we're
powerful
learning how to use the assassinations in the game, and Edward is bluffing his way through it. But I'm assuming he's guessing, because they do give you clues of what to do. So I'm assuming he's just going off their clues to try and figure it out.
You chose a perfect time to leave them behind.
At great risk, I imagine. Betraying the assassins is never good for one's health.
Well, neither is drinking liquor, but I am drawn to its dangers all the same. And what is your business here, sir? Are you an associate of the governor's, or a pending acquaintance like myself?
Guns, blades, cannons, grenados.
Granados, I love that word.
Anything that may kill a man, I am happy to provide.
A smuggler of sorts.
And how is your wife these days, Captain Rogers? Is she, here, in Havana?
I trust she's well, but I wouldn't know. I've been in Madagascar some 14 months hunting pirates. It took some work to dislodge the criminals there, but we managed it. In future, I hope to use these same tactics throughout the West Indies.
And how did you deal with that kind?
Very simply. Most pirates are as ignorant as apes. I merely offered them a choice. Take a pardon and return to England penniless, but free men. Or be hanged by the neck until dead.
Oh. I imagine Nassau would be your next target.
Very astute, Duncan, indeed.
Best of luck with that.
Duncan doesn't think he's got a chance of convincing Nassau to change. But actually, that's quite true, and what happened back then. During the age of the pirates,
has arrived.
they were all offered pardons to put down their arms. And many of them didn't, and that was where these famous stories come from, were the ones that rebelled.
Apologies, Governor. My ship was set upon by pirates. We were scuttled. I arrived only yesterday.
Unfortunate. Forgive my caution, but were you able to salvage from these pirates the items you promised me?
Yes, sir, I was.
Increíble. The assassins have more resources than I had imagined, but not nearly enough to deter us. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Duncan. You are most welcome. Come, gentlemen. We have much to discuss.
So what we do know is Duncan Walpole was leaving the assassins behind, turning against them. Obviously we don't know why, we just know he was.
Convened at last, and in such continental company. England, France, Spain, citizens of sad and corrupted empires. But you are Templars now, the secret and true legislators of the world. Please, hold out your hands. Mark and remember our purpose. To guide all wayward souls till they've reached a quiet road. To guide all wayward desire till impassioned
So everyone's getting a ring
are cooled.
as they swear their allegiance to the Templars.
To safe and sober thought.
I don't think Edward really understands what this means.
Let our work now begin. Decades ago, the council
Pickpocket all
entrusted me with the
Templars.
task of locating in these West Indies a forgotten place our precursors once called the Observatory. See here. Look up on these images and commit them to memory. They tell a very old and
That's the
important
optional
story.
objective, is to pickpocket all
For
three.
decades now, I have endeavored to locate this observatory, a place rumored to contain a tool of incredible
I've done all
utility
three.
and power. It houses a kind of armillary
Yeah,
sphere,
his
if
face
you
is
like.
definitely, I don't get
A
it.
device that would grant us the power to locate and monitor every man and woman on Earth, whatever their location. Only imagine what it would mean to have such a power. With this device, there would be no secrets among men. No lies, no trickery.
So they're after this hidden power.
Pure justice. This is the observatory's promise, and
Or the
we
observatory,
must
anyway.
take it for our own.
Do we know its whereabouts?
We will soon. For in our custody is the one man who does, a man named Roberts, once called a sage.
It has been 45 years since anyone has seen a true sage. Can you be sure this one is authentic?
We are confident he is.
The assassins will come for him.
Okay. Weird that the side objective was to steal off all three of them, but we did it.
Thanks to Duncan and the information he has delivered, the assassins won't be a problem for much longer. All will be made clear tomorrow, gentlemen, when you meet the sage for yourselves. Until then, let us drink.
See, did he just pick the map
Let us
up?
find the observatory together. For with its power, kings will fall, clergy will cower, and the hearts and minds of the world will be ours.
I'm pretty sure he just picked the map up, way map up. So memory 3, I hate it when it stops at 80 because you think you haven't done it, but there we go. 100% synced. We had a bit of an issue with the shooting challenge, but thanks to Lisa,
Rest well, Duncan.
Lisa's how we
Tomorrow
managed to get it
the
done.
treasure fleet arrives, and with it, your reward. After which we will discuss further schemes.
I look forward to it.
Excelente. Meet me down at the docks first thing tomorrow morning.
There we go.
Governor Torres requests your presence at the docks near the Castillo. First thing tomorrow morning.
And we now have assassin blades. So we do have a new weapon. There was a courier nearby according to that. The looting of them was a bit weird, but we did it. So the next main quest to do is by the docks. I didn't mean to zoom out all that way. We've cleared quite a lot of stuff along the way. There is a manuscript there. Let's go and grab the manuscript, probably the treasure, and we'll head straight to the next quest. Since they're nearby anyway, it's kind of my thinking. There's no point in saving pirates yet because we gain crew but we don't have a ship. So that kind of seems a bit pointless and not worth doing just yet. Otherwise I would, but I don't see it's going to help us currently. Manuscript though, we'll go and get. Although it's a red area, I don't know. I did manage it last time without fighting. It doesn't mean I'll make it this time. Let's go back to smoke bombs, I think. I think I need to get some ammunition as well, don't I, really? Let's go. Is there any guards looking this way, or are they all protecting doors? Please tell me. There's one there. Could be an issue. I think. Yeah, he spotted me. I didn't want to fight these people, I haven't got a choice now. I was going for the manuscript. I'm taking a few hits as well, which isn't good. I need to swap to swords, don't I? Okay, we are nearly dead. I just need some space. There we go. Don't want to kill the lady. Trying not to kill the civilian there. Right, I didn't really want to cause that much bloodshed. I was actually just aiming to get the manuscript, but that went a little bit wrong. What we really need is ammunition. I don't think we've got much, to be fair. Loot ammo. Bullets, there we go. That's the kind of stuff we want. Smoke bombs always help, don't they? Another Asturgo challenge complete. But yeah, always use smoke bombs. In other Assassin's games, it's always been a lot harder to do. Like, they've always been trickier. This is very simple, just to throw the bomb. There's not much of a time delay between doing it either, which makes it a lot easier to do so. I said we were going to grab that chest, but actually, let's grab the Animus Fragment and then head north. So we're just thinking where we are now. Right, health is regained. Animus Fragment is there, so let's go and grab that, and we'll head back to the main quest. Why can't you climb up there? Okay, won't climb. Should be able to climb here though. But yeah, we want to keep the story moving as much as possible. Can he make this jump? Yes. Okay. Lots of cats around. That's one thing I have noticed. Right, we'll just keep heading north now for the main dock. This bit's all kind of clear. I think there's a few things at sea, just off the coast, that can be collected. That could, in theory, do along the way. Let's have a look. Sea shanty, chest. But I don't know how easy it is to get there at this point. So we'll just keep heading north and keep the quest moving. So currently, Edward, Duncan, whatever you want to call him at this point, he is a Templar. He has a Templar ring, and he has now joined the Templars. Not that he has a clue what any of that means, as it's become very apparent. Okay, there is a fragment here. Maybe I'll grab this while we're here.
Duncan, over here.
I see you. Right, quickly grab the fragment. Dumb. Okay, let's go and speak to these people and see. I didn't even know it's past night time, but supposedly it has. Let's go and see the sage.
Good morning, Duncan. Just over here. Edward? Hello, Edward.
Oh, Bonnet maggots.
I found a man to purchase my remaining sugar.
In a little bit of trouble.
Quite a coup, I must say. He just called you Edward.
Oh, that's the merchant who sailed me here. Out of caution, I gave him a false name.
Ah, well done.
Is he really that
We'll
gullible?
catch up on it later.
I've been saying Bonnet, but his name's Bonnet, according to Edward.
Punctual, Duncan. This way. Here he is. A man both Templars and assassins have sought for over a decade. I am told your surname is Roberts. Is this so? You recognize this, I think.
According to old tales, the blood of a sage is required to enter the observatory.
We have the key. Now we need only its location. Perhaps Mr. Roberts will be eager to provide it. Transfer him to my residence.
Right.
Such a fuss over one man. Is the
We're gonna get
observatory really
attacked.
such a grand prize?
Loreno Torres has a health bar. That tells me that, yep, assassins are there.
By the precursor
Just spied him out of the
race.
corner.
Its worth is without measure.
Precursor race. I see.
One of your early letters mentioned a desire to kill the Mayan mentor Atabay. Were you able to carry out this contract before coming here?
I was not, no. Too many complications along the way.
A pity. But the maps you delivered with the blood vial will see that job finished.
Aye,
Have we got any... I'm just checking the side objectives. No, there isn't. Okay.
the idea.
That's why to double check there weren't any side objectives.
I don't like this route, Torres. We're exposed.
Something is wrong. Stay close, Grandmaster. I feel it too. Do not let them get their hands on the sage, at whatever cost.
Right, we have to defend him.
Assassins! Above! They're on the rooftops!
I'm defending him just in case they come for him.
Watch the streets and alleys. They could be anywhere.
feel kind of bad killing assassins, but we have to. That is the whole point of this, isn't it? I will say Edward is quite a skilled fighter. Right, where's he running now? More guards are coming. Torres has got a little bit more lower health. Let's get back to him. Oh, got tackled by an assassin. Right, it's back to Torres. Right, he's alive, I'll give you that. We just got darted. The sage is killing. The sage was killing the assassin.
Stop him!
Okay, we've been darted with something. Tackle the sage from above. Use a pistol in combat.
You're a nimble one, I'll give you that.
Okay, we've got to tackle him from above. We've also got to use a pistol in combat. I would assume we're going to get attacked whilst doing this, would be my thinking. So I don't know when we're going to use a pistol.
Back and make this easy on both of us, mate.
Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone that way.
Stop, or I'll kneecap you.
Got to stay high if we want to keep or do the optional objective. I'm not sure about the pistol in combat though. Trying to tackle him. He is very quick. No, he's getting too far away. May get in trouble here. Where is he? Desynchronized. Got too far away from him. Right, not sure about the pistol in combat. The tackling from above is possible. We need to be quicker. The pistol I'm not sure of. Okay, the pistol's now gone. I think when the assassins attacked we were meant to use pistols, but we didn't show up. Now it's just a case of tackling from above. Right, I'm currently below him, which isn't ideal. There he is.
Hang back and make this easy on both of us, mate.
We tackled him from above. That was a lovely tackle, but I think we were meant to use pistols against the assassins.
Quiet.
But we didn't know that. It didn't come up.
Grandmaster. Double the watch.
Well, I'll be buggered. What an active day we've had, gents.
See, set on all sides by our enemies. We must be more cautious.
I do wish I could remain to see our drama done, but I must avail myself of these winds and sail for England.
By all means, Captain, speed and fortune to you.
With luck, I'll return myself a governor. And with my idiot king's blessing, no less. Adios.
As for you, Mr. Walpole, I consider this the first payment in a long-term investment. Gracias.
Obliged.
I would like you to be present for the interrogation tomorrow. Call around noon.
So we're heading back for the interrogation of the sage then. I'm not too worried about not doing 100% synchronization and everything. We are trying to as we go along. But sometimes it doesn't show you what you need to do as an optional that quickly, as we just found. So we will go back and do, I'm assuming 100% sync is needed. Okay. So the assassins have attacked. The sage is back in custody. And now we need to go and join in the interrogation in the morning. Which is south from where we are now. I'm ignoring the assassination contracts because we actually aren't an assassin yet. We don't know much about it. So I don't think it makes sense to do those now. I think we'll do chest, and then main mission over down there. Because it's on the way. I think that makes sense. And to be fair, assassin contracts, they're not generally that difficult. It's just a case of finding the person you need to take on. I'm not overly worried about doing them. Right, I think the chest is above us. Is indeed. I know we're being seen, I'm not overly worried about him either, to be fair. Okay, so one chest done. There is a viewpoint nearby, but it's a little bit out of our way at this point, so we'll leave it. We'll head to this chest and then mission. I think that's a good plan. Good morning, Veer, how are you? Graphically, for a game that's 9 years old, it's actually holding up pretty well. Okay. So this chest is in that little courtyard, I think. Fortunately, we've fallen too far, but actually it wasn't too bad. Okay, chest here, and then we'll move on to the main quest again. I'm just trying to clear things as and when we can without leaving too much to run around for later. But as Lisa had pointed out earlier, there's a lot to do in the big cities. Okay. Trying to get myself in a little bit of a pickle there. We're out though, we're out. Okay, so let's head to the main quest, as we're now all clear. I'm impressed with Edward's skills in combat though, I think. For someone who went on to be a privateer after just wanting to get drunk and, you know, not really do much else, he's picked up fighting pretty quickly. Obviously we don't know who taught him to use swords and things, but I'm surprised he's that capable that quickly. Although he did kind of blag his way through the assassination part as well. Okay, let's have a look.
God sink me for this pittance. 1,000 reals for those maps. That's what? £100 at most. How's a man supposed to become rich in these times with a miser like Torres running the world?
Have you ever,
I thought we was meeting for the sage thing, but we're not.
worked on a plantation before?
You know what I'm thinking? I'd like to see this observatory the governor's going on about. He said it were like a device that could follow people around and show where they were.
A ludicrous idea. Imagine my wife with such an advantage over me.
And imagine what a thing like that'd be worth. Sell that to the right person and I'd be the richest pirate. Privateer in the West Indies. I'll catch you up on it. There's a sage in that house I must speak to in private.
He's been a pirate for a couple of years after leaving the privateers. Yeah, I think so. I think they said that in his database entry. I think you're right. Let's just double check. We've got to sneak away in to speak to the sage. That's what we need to do next. But let's just quickly check his database. You might be right. So I suppose he's had a couple of years, hasn't he? We've got a new person. Oh, we've got the sage. Let's have a look at the sage first, and we'll quickly double check that out. Okay, Edward. So the sage. Sturgo's archives contain a few references to men called the sage or a sage, but they are few and far between. Each sighting seems to refer to a different person living in a vastly different time and location. The earliest example was found on a Sumerian clay tablet in cuneiform scripts, while the latest survives only as a footnote in one of Loreno Torres' own journals, dated January 1704. In all, according to Sturgo's existing research, 7 different sages seem to have graced the world stage in the past 1200 years, but the real number is likely higher. Perhaps the strangest aspect connecting each of these various sightings is the fact that, in every case, visual descriptions of each sage are remarkably similar. So similar, in fact, that one wouldn't be faulted for assuming that we're talking about a single immortal man. However, in 2 of the 7 citations, explicit mention is made of their death and burial. Are we therefore dealing with some bizarre form of reincarnation? Or some simple explanation that eludes us at present? More research is required. Edward Kenway, here we go. In late of 17, he met his wife. Then he left. Well, she left. So he joined the privateers. He soon fell in with privateer Benjamin Hornigold, 1712 roughly. He spent the first half of 1713 sailing with seasoned sailors, Hornigold, and then so he had obviously been with the privateers a good couple of years. So yeah, that would explain probably where his fighting came from. El Tiburon. Didn't know. We've obviously met him. I think he was one of the guards of Torres, I believe. Almost nothing is known about El Tiburon, the shark, outside what we've seen from his limited intersections with the life of Edward Kenway. His unwavering loyalty to his employer, Loreno Torres, could possibly indicate some familial connection. There is no benefit to speculations of this sort. If we have any interest in learning more about this silent sentinel, a best bet would be to locate a descendant of Torres himself and work our way back through the governor's life until we find a useful convergence. But apart from this, I doubt we'll have much luck. Julian Cass, this is the smuggler, the guy who's giving weapons and things to the Templars. So nephew of the buccaneer Jean de Cass, Julian was born in Montpellier, France. He took after his uncle's example and took to sea at a young age, eventually joining him in a few skirmishes during the War for Spanish succession. Fighting on the side of the French and by proxy on behalf of King Philip of Spain, de Cass's skill as a gunner improved rapidly, even as he grew wildly disillusioned with the monarchy and its obsession with lineage and breeding over raw talent and skill. In 1704, ordered by superior officers to join his uncle and hundreds of French troops in what would become known as the Battle of Malaga, de Cass opted instead to desert his post and seek his fortunes in the New World. At first he threw in with slave traders in Africa, and for a year made a modest profit off the venture, but he was never comfortable with the cruelty and detachment the job required, and so departed for the West Indies in search of yet another vocation. So he's not someone he doesn't enjoy causing people pain then, by the sounds of that. He wasn't comfortable with the cruelty. For the next 10 years, de Cass roamed the West Indies as a hired gun, working for whoever had the coin and confidence to pay him. Ever prizing the value of intelligence and skill over mere reputation and breeding, de Cass eventually found his way into the company of Loreno Torres of Cuba, in whom he found a friend and confidant. So he's been with Torres for a while then, by the sounds of it. And obviously Torres himself, he was born in Cuba, that's all we know. Born in Havana but raised in Madrid, Spain, Loreno was of noble stock. The son of Thomas Torres Ayala and Elvira de Quadros Castellanos, pronunciation's horrendous. He joined the Spanish army in his late teens and was later appointed as the governor of Spain's territories in Florida, a post he held from 1693 to 1699. He then returned to Europe to participate in the Spanish War of Succession. In 1708 he was appointed as the governor of Cuba, a post he held for 3 years until he was accused of and arrested for corruption. He was acquitted of these charges, however, and managed to win a re-election bid in 1713. During his time in Cuba, he made many lasting improvements to the city, fortifying the island's defences and kick-started the production of tobacco there. He remained governor until 1716, after which point he retired and devoted his life to charitable functions such as building hospitals. Hard guy to hate with all those charitable outlets. Hard guy to like for the same reason. Dull, dull, dull. Let's look a little deeper on this guy. Maybe as a secret fetish, or maybe there is still some humour going on with a lot of what we're finding. We did find another manuscript. This is from the Atlanta Fugians by Michael Mayer, alchemist and counsellor to Emperor Rudolph II, once owned by the Peter Beckford estate. And we've done people. Did I miss one? I don't think I had. Oh, Rogers. Woodes Rogers was born into money to a seafaring family with deep roots in both Poole and Bristol, England. His early life was a picture of industriousness and ambition, and by the age of 18 he was an apprentice mariner. It's not mariner, it's mariner. Upon his father's death at sea in 1706, Woodes inherited his family's prosperous shipping company, which he took to managing with great passion. Between 1704 and 1707, Rogers' fortunes and family grew, and by the time he was 27, his marriage to Sarah Whetstone had produced one son and 2 daughters. By the end of 1707, however, his business had suffered great losses by raiding French forces, giving Rogers the idea to recoup these dreadful losses himself. Knocking about Bristol in search of a partner for his endeavour, he soon found himself in the company of William Dampier, an old friend and unlucky captain, who suggested setting out on a privateering expedition, one that would range far and wide about the New World. In 1708, Rogers made the unnecessary arrangements, made the necessary, not unnecessary, arrangements, set out as captain of his own vessel on a difficult voyage that would last over 3 years. Along his course, Rogers met with many successes and failures. In 1709, off the western coast of South America, he found and rescued a marooned sailor by the name of Alexander Selkirk, a sailor who had spent nearly 4 years living in isolation and who would serve as the inspiration for the book Robinson Crusoe, just a few years later. That's really cool. Soon after Selkirk's recovery, Rogers' fleet engaged an enemy vessel in open combat, a skirmish that earned him a pistol shot to the left side of his face and a mangled heel. I guessed it was a pistol shot to the face, and it looks like I was correct. Just see by the way the face looked, there was an inward wound, but outward damage. Neither wound was enough to remove him from command, however, and he continued serving as captain until his return to England in late 1711. To commemorate this return, he had an operation to remove the offending bullet from his upper palate. This guy is incredible. Can you make an entire film about him? Now, in poor health but high spirits, Wood set about writing his memoirs. Upon their publication a few years, they were immediate successes and proved a great source of income. But his brief glory was offset by the sudden death of his son, a tragedy compounded some months later by his wife's decision to leave him. Also at this time, Rogers was sued by former shipmates for allegedly hoarding goods and money plundered from enemy vessels. Rogers assembled a defence but lost the case. In 1713, itching to return to sea, he organised passage to Madagascar, claiming to be a merchant in the slave trade, with the intended purpose of reconnoitering the rumoured pirate colonies established there. When he arrived in Madagascar after months of hard sailing, he found that legends of the pirate town Libertalia had been exaggerated 100-fold. The pirates in Madagascar were sickly and few and desperate for help. After spending just a few months here, Rogers set sail for England, a failure in his own mind. And yet, never one to give up hope, Woodes Rogers reorientated his attentions to the West Indies, eventually lobbying King George for a commission to hunt pirates in the Caribbean. On this score, he succeeded. After a few diligent years of making his case, King George appointed Woodes Rogers as the governor of the Bahamas. Now at last he would make his mark and bring justice to a land where chaos had taken root. Woodes Rogers had a very interesting life. I'm sure we've done all the landmarks. Governor's prisons. We didn't do governor's prisons. Last one. As colonial governments expanded their duties in the West Indies, they often operated in an ad hoc manner. As a result, the improvised use of fortifications as the governor's residence or as the town's prison was not unusual. Good use of space. Multi-purpose. Very green. So there is some humour inside, but it's mainly the people from Asturgo Entertainment arguing about little things. Okay, so we need to locate the warden, and this is a red area, so we need to sneak in here and stay undetected, by the sounds of it. We can obviously take people out, but in doing so, there's always that risk we're going to blow our cover. But we may not have a choice. May do is switch to assassin blades, just in case we get in trouble. I'm keeping the smoke bombs on. So although we can highlight enemies up and you can see them through walls, I actually find that really distracting. So my thinking is we don't do that as much because you can't always tell where they are. Okay. There we go. I wondered if this would be incognito. It is. Right, we're looking for the governor. I'm assuming we need a key, is my assumption, but I don't know for sure. Is there any side objectives? Stay out of combat. Kill guards from stalking zones 3 times. Well, okay. I wasn't going to kill anyone, but we kind of have to, as that's a side objective. So what we'll do is we'll wait for this guy to walk past. We'll take this first guy out. I wasn't expecting that. We've got to stay out of combat though if you want 100% sync. So in theory we could kill 2 here in theory, if I do this correctly. He's in the stalking zone, perfect, it's 1. I want to take this guy out really as well if we can. That's number 2. No! Oh, it's very difficult to tell how far out we are. I obviously went a little bit too far out. Oh, come here. Come on. The cat's coming, but the guard isn't. That's number 2. Okay. Oh, we're looting the ammo. Definitely need ammo. Alright, 2 down. 1 more to go. And then the rest is just stay out of combat. So let's have a look. Where's the best person to take out next? Oh, don't stand up. It's difficult to tell which bits are covered and which bits aren't at times. Well, there's a guy who's facing us. Over there. Which is a bit annoying. I need to get across, but I'm not sure if he's going to see us doing so. And the governor's all the way up there. There is a guy over there as well, actually. I wonder if maybe heading across here is a better idea. Just depends where this guy's going to turn around. He's got his lantern. So I don't want to cross, and then he suddenly turns. He is going to turn. We could try and take this guy out then, from our spot, and then we should be able to head straight across. That's my thinking. For previous Assassin's Creed games, I've always forgotten to whistle, whereas this one, I think it's actually really useful. Number 3. There we go. So that's one optional objective done. We now just need to stay out of combat. Which way is he looking? We can obviously kill more than 3. We may have to at this rate. Undercover, undercover. Thank you. Okay, I need this guy probably to come a bit more towards us. Right, I think we need to run and jump on the roof. I think is probably our safest option. Just curious of that guy turning round. See where he's going to go first. Comes back through here, that's not too bad. See if we can bring him towards us. Perfect. Right, there's obviously that guy there that I probably would like to take out as well. Just say there's a chest here. I'm not overly worried about the chest. I think the height is what we need to get up, but I don't know if I can bring this guy towards us. No, he's not going to be fussed by our whistling. I might just be able to take him out. We can just take him out. Perfect. Thought I may be doing the wrong thing by grabbing the chest, but I think we're okay. Right, there's a guard above. Up there, I think. Well, I think he's walking around the wall, actually. Right, where is the governor? He's not here. Which means he's up there somewhere, I think. Need to get across and get into that hay, I believe. This guy's coming back there, so let's just be a bit wary there. Or is he just round the pathway? So let's get back under cover and just see round the corner here. I may have been better going up high, but I don't know where the governor is. Right, there's a guard there. Walking across that way. There's a guard facing this way, and there's a guy up there. I don't think we've got the chance to get up there that easily, so I think roof is the best bet. I may be overthinking this, and it may be a quick, simpler way of doing it. Currently, managed it. I nearly messed it up massively, but we did manage it. Right, I need them not to be looking this way, and I can in theory take this guy out. There is a guy around the corner, obviously, as well. The governor is to the left-hand side somewhere. So once these guys go away, try and corner assassination from that kind of corner, where the bags are, maybe. I just need these guys not to be walking this way, ideally, and him to be turned around as well. Okay. We've not tried a corner assassination yet, so this may go badly wrong. Perfect. Into cover. Whew. We did it. Okay. Where's the governor? He's down there. Like the warden, not the governor. When you're hiding behind a spot, add a corner on is a stalking zone. Press circle to whistle and attract their enemy. We've got to steer this key. So again, we don't really want to be up high. We need to be near them stalking zones down there now. This guy's still... There's a guy looking this way, annoyingly. No, we're fine. Thought for me that guy there would see us. Right, where is he going to be moving around? Is he just near that stalking zone? If he stays around that area, that's the guy we need to deal with then. Remember, we can't get in combat. We need to avoid combat. So we steal the key, does that mean we can't kill him? Because in my eyes, we can kill him and take the key that way. Right, loot the key. I think that went really well. Right, now we need to go and free the sage. I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it did. Now, we do know there's a guard there. I think we need to probably take out. I would have suggested. Right. I think slow and carefully is probably the best way if you want 100% sync. Back on the cover. Right, there's a guard here. I need to take him down. Bring him to us. I've never used whistle so much before this. It's not combat, surely. Oh, I'm in combat. Ah, that's annoying, because it means now we've lost 100% sync. So all that, we've lost 100% sync. I'm assuming that counts as combat. Yeah. He just didn't come into the undergrowth enough, for some reason. Okay. Well, we've lost 100% sync, but we're still going to try and take it easy. I'm not going to run in and fight everyone. Gunners are deadly, so there's some gunners around we've got to be careful of. More guards over there. Yeah, the gunner, I'd assume, is in the tower. Okay. Oh, I'm in trouble. Okay, this went badly wrong very quickly. But we've already been in combat, so I suppose in some ways it's doesn't matter as much now. I was hoping to stay and do it all, you know, nicely sneaky, and I massively messed it up very quickly. Well, he's gone. Trying to just... Can't run and assassinate. Yeah, this hasn't gone to plan at all. But, as long as we now complete the mission, that's the main thing now.
Alto ahí, pronto estarás muerto y enterrado. Disparad si tenéis ocasión.
Need to swap to not pistols. Come on, I need swords. Oh, nice. Nice double kill there. Okay. Didn't go to plan, but we've survived. And that's the important thing. Being all careful as well before this. We didn't kill those two guards. So someone else did. And all these guards on us. So who else is here?
Basta ya!
We've been set up.
What is your true name, rogue?
It's Captain Piss Off.
Bien qu'un pauvre paysan.
Where is the sage? Did you set him free?
I had nothing to do with that. Much as I wish I did.
Take him to the ports. Send him to Sevilla with the treasure plate.
Oh, wait now! I delivered your treasures, didn't I?
You did, yes. But you robbed us of Duncan Walpole.
They now understand that we are not Duncan. So annoyingly, we didn't stay out of combat. We did kill 3 guards from stalking zones. So we'll carry on from that. Obviously, we'll have to go back and redo some of these later on, but that won't be till we're at the end. And that's only assuming you need 100% sync. I don't know if you do or not.
A despicable display. This Tosspot is a ruined man, Caroline. Unfit for life on land, much less at sea. If he goes to the West Indies, it's you who'll suffer.
So this is back in the past.
Father! Father! Come, love. Up with you now.
That old muckworm! He's wrong about me!
I hope it's so.
You believe me, don't you? Can you not see me? Standing out there on the deck of a ship that's sliding into port. And there I am, a man of quality. With 1,000 doubloons spilling from my pockets. Like drops of rain. I can see it.
In some ways, it's quite interesting that Edward wanted to better himself.
La cena, cómetela rápido.
You hungry?
Okay, we're escaping then. Well, we've got no bullets. Kill guards from behind corners 3 times. That's the optional objective. There is a guard
Now
over
what's your plan, mate?
this way.
Find the weapon and steal a ship.
Close the wall corner to automatically hide behind it, and you can perform stealth assassinations. Okay, so we kind of need to bring these guards to us. This guy's going to come now. He's going to do the other guy. That's 1 of 3 needed. Okay, where are the other guards? There's 1 here. He automatically gets into the corner. I like that. Let's make life a little bit easier. Alright, it's number 2. Cheat save replay missions with interesting modifiers. Keep in mind that progression saving is then turned off. To activate a cheat, open the pause menu, go in the Sturgo Challenges section and select the cheats option in the list. Why would you use a cheat? I don't know why that's letting us know that, but there we go. We're not using cheats. Right, 2 guards left. Again, corner kills only. We need 1 more for full synchronisation currently. So I need this guy to come to me. Perfect. So that's all 3 done for the optional objectives. Oh, loot the ammo. Right, I don't want to. I want to loot the ammo. I didn't want to whistle because we have a pistol, but we have no ammunition for it. That's what I kind of wanted. I could pick up the weapon actually. We have a sword now as well. Okay. We've managed to escape our captivity at least. Let's have a look at. These are all our weapons back. I didn't need to pick up the sword just then, did I? We just got our own weapons anyway.
There's many prisoners held on these ships. Set them free, and they'll sail with us, no question.
Okay. I want to know. I keep doing that. I want to know if we now have information on the guy with us. I cannot for life remember his name. We do indeed. Oh, Edward Kenway's got an update. Let's see where that is. It seemed to flash up that I'd assume he had an update, but I don't think he does. Can't see anything new. I can't remember the name of this guy that's with us. It's really annoying me. Yeah, that's weird. I thought that was a new update on him, but I can't see anything new. Adiwali, that's the one. We haven't got a database entry for him just yet. I just couldn't for the life of me think what his name was. Right, we need to head to the deck and try and free some of these prisoners.
So that's the idea then. Free what men we can, then find a fast ship to flee in.
Aye, there's a brig in this fleet. I'll make my way to it.
So he's going to make his way to the brig, and we're going to free the pirates. So we need to kill guards by corners is done. We need to free 23 pirates if we're going to do the optional objective. But for the recruit pirates, we only need to free 18. Right, there's obviously a guy here. I'm assuming I can just take him out. I could shoot him, admittedly. Right, there's a guy down there. Yeah, I'm assuming if I shoot, it's going to alert everyone else, isn't it? So obviously, we don't want to be alerting anyone if we can help it, although this guy is now alerted. He's down as well. 2 down. If I run down them stairs, is he going to see us? That's my concern. Yeah, he is. That was quick enough to get away. Come on, I whistled. You can come back now. I'm ready for you. Come on. Nice corner assassination. You don't need to be low key now, right? You can go. I suppose I could go all the guns blazing, couldn't I? I don't know. I'm just trying to. I didn't. Yeah, I suppose I can get seen. I weren't sure, to be fair. But yeah, you've got a point. I probably could go all guns blazing. I hadn't thought about it. But we're going to do that, I think. There we go. Although the gun didn't kill him, strangely. Surely a shot would have killed him, but maybe not. He's down. I think there is a guy above us as well, but I'm not overly worried. We can loot. Maybe I didn't shoot, I don't know. I thought I had. Free the prisoners. There's prisoners are free just here. So let's free these guys.
For this favor. You're sailing with me.
But yeah, I don't need it. I'm so used to having to be low key all the time. But yeah, we don't have to be. You are right. We can just go for it. Okay. Let's go and free another load. We freed 9 on that first go. I didn't really want to be this high. I can assassinate from up here. I can assassinate from this high. If that's the case, I'm probably a bit too high now to assassinate, aren't I? Why is there a hook there? What can I do with that? Not sure. I'm assuming that I can go down with the hook. I'm too high to assassinate now. I wasn't a minute ago. I was trying to work out the hook. There we go. That's what I was after. I didn't want to reload. I wanted to shoot, but there we go. Why is he using his fist? Alright, we've got it. Swords are out. Let's go. As Lisa suggested, we don't have to be all careful. We are trying to escape a slave ship after all. We can go in and just take everyone on. Alright, some more people to save here. More prisoners.
Come on, lads. If we're to drown today, it won't be here.
That's another boat cleared. I want to use the guns more, but I didn't, for some reason I didn't last time. Let's make sure we're reloaded, shall we? Although it won't reload for some reason now. Let's loot. Right, another ship is straight ahead. There's another one to the right as well. So actually one shot doesn't kill anyone. Annoyingly. Break defense is quite good. Wait, turns them around. Whoa! I didn't see the big guy there. That's an issue. And I'm assuming I can't block him. I'm dead. Big guy with an axe. Did not spot him behind us. We only have one pistol. Oh, is that why? I didn't actually click that we only had one. That's a good point, actually. I didn't think about we don't have dual pistols now. So I messed that up. Big guy with the axe. We've got to be a bit more wary of him this time. But we start after we free the last lot. So big guy with the axe I want to take out discreetly, in theory. Because he is a nightmare. There we go. He's down. So I'd assume the shoot with the gun first, it just takes down some of their health. Okay. There's a bomb here, get out of the way. Right, big guy's down. He was the one I was concerned about, to be fair. I think we're good. I think we're good. Get some ammunition again. Yeah, I was really worried about the big guy, but we managed it. We've got smoke bombs again, bullets are full, let's reload. So yeah, you're right, we can only do one shot at a time. A little bit annoying, but that is all we can do. Okay, we'll free these pirates. You need to be anonymous, okay, because we've got a guard looking at us then. So another couple, we need to go to the other ship if we want full synchronization.
Just waiting for us to take her.
So we go for the other prisoners as well for the full sync, rather than go to our ship. Although it says we haven't fully done them yet, so actually this next load we do need to do anyway. Is there an easy way to get across? Yes. That mast in the middle there seems to be the easiest way to get across. think. I don't fancy a swim in the ocean and try and get across, ideally. Why would he not jump? There we go. And I want to drop down onto this one and go across this next ship. And free these last men. So the big guys with the axes, they do pack a punch, so we've got to be a bit more wary of those. Okay. I can assassinate. Oh, that one killed him first time that time. Whereas before, some of our shots weren't killing first time. It's because I'm pressing circle more than once, we're throwing the people rather than counter kill. Combat is very, I said it before, it's very forgiving. At the same time, it's also very satisfying. Probably should loot a bit more as well. But it is very satisfying. Right. Let's reload for a start. We can pick up the weapons they've got, but I don't think that's going to help us currently. It's only a sword we're picking up. So prisoners here. We've got to go below deck for the prisoners, I think, this time. We are going below deck for the last prisoner. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. You're playing it right now as well, Super Colby, are you? Good, good. Buying a better gun might be one-shot kill. Good point. Yeah, we managed to kill one guard with one shot, but I don't know if it was because he was a lighter guard, maybe. The spamming circle just throws the enemies after you counter, so you kind of want to hold off spamming circle when you counter by the looks of things. So panic mode sets in, so it's one of those weird things we've just got to learn not to do. We'll reload as we're walking towards the prisoners. There's one guard to take out. I think it's one or maybe two. But yeah, you're right, we've only got a one shot every time. It may be down to the pistols as well. I don't know if I can do a double. I can do a double assassination. Nice. But yeah, it could be the pistols, because they're basic ones, obviously the starter ones. I'd assume they don't hold more than one shot as well. So last lot of prisoners to help escape.
We're going topside. Be ready.
And we should have done the optional then, I think, because there's quite a few sitting there. You needed all 4 ships to pass the mission. So in theory, it's an easy way of doing the optional, because you needed, unless you did these first maybe, did the 2 lots of 9, maybe you wouldn't need to. Okay, so we've got to kill the captain now, that's the next option, and I think we're killing the captain of the new boat. I'm going to have to go in the water for a minute, aren't I? I was trying to avoid that, but... Can I get in? Yeah. So we're going to kill the captain of the brig we're trying to take command of. And that was done fairly quickly.
Lay aboard, lads.
We have now taken the ship.
It's a hard wind coming.
The man speaks true. You lot weigh anchor. As for the rest, half on the foremast and half at the main. Let's outrun this hurricane.
I think that went really well. But yeah, I'm probably trying to be too discreet when we don't need to be.
See, they don't give us trouble.
If that makes sense. I think we need to be less discreet sometimes.
Bark any orders you think wise, mate. We're up against it here.
These men know their place. They'll see us home.
What a shot right through there! Ready to fire!
There we go, rear gunner. Whoa.
We've been hit!
We have been hit, admittedly. But I think we are outrunning them.
Look out, man!
I see it.
More ships are coming. Rogue waves can be devastating for your ship. Face them up front to get no damage. If you fail to face them, hold square to brace and reduce the damage. One of the guys at the Templar meeting said, I wish one gun could fire 4 bullets instead of having to use 4 guns to fire 1 bullet each. Well picked up. I didn't spot that. So very well picked up, Lisa. Okay, that's interesting. So we need to be a little bit... So at the minute we've only got 1, so we can only fire 1 at a time. Obviously the reload time into as well is not going to be that quick. So new guns is definitely a priority, I think. Right, rogue waves we need to face. I think we're facing it.
Take some damage here.
I know we're taking damage, I'm just trying to face the rogue wave. I think we did. Did it take it out?
On your mark, Captain.
I did. Perfect.
Water spout!
We dealt with the rogue wave, we're now escaping the fleet. I think we're safe.
That thing!
Something out. Why is there a yellow spot here? Oh, it's a tornado! I think we took a bit of damage, I think, because of that tornado. I didn't spot it quick enough to move.
Water spout, man! Stay away!
Yeah, water spouts. I think we're all good.
It's not looking good.
Steady as she goes, man!
Another water spout there. Another one coming towards us as well.
Edward, cannot be caught in that monster.
I'm not trying to get caught, trying to move. So we do lose damage if we get caught by the water spouts. As they call them. Trying to turn against it, you can feel the boat turning against you when you get near them. That's the storm we're in though. So eventually you can upgrade the gun holsters to carry 4 guns like you did at practice. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Right, facing the rogue wave. Try and reduce the damage that way. Got to face it head on. I will say handling of the ship is probably more difficult than we've seen previously. With the waves and stuff, it's very... You have to do a lot of manoeuvrability to try and get past the waves, the water spouts in the storm as well. The controls are nice, but it's more in-depth control than we've seen previously. The storm has abated. We are okay, I think. But yeah, we'll look to upgrade guns, the guns, as I call them guns, I think they're pistols, aren't they? But we'll look to upgrade the pistols probably sooner rather than later. I think that's more important than swords, to be honest. Okay, we're nearly at the point of where escaping the fleet is done. I didn't even see if there's any side objectives, so I don't know if there was or not. Sometimes they show up at the start of the mission, sometimes they don't. I've noticed that a little bit. It's a little bit annoying when they don't show up. Well, that's an island. A lot of shipwrecks.
But by God, we pulled this one straight from the teeth of Neptune. I'm Edward. Much thanks for your aid back there.
Adewale.
There we are. Adewale. A name that we will know for a long time to come.
To Nassau, Adewale.
Not yet.
By God, she took some knocks, didn't she? I think I'll keep her.
Says it so nonchalantly. I just think I'll keep her.
Taking this one home.
I just like how nonchalant he is about that. And we now have Adewale at our side. So we did do 100%. There was no extra optional objectives once we'd freed the pirates. We'd always just killed the guards behind corners. So that is a bonus. And trophy achieved. Good while it lasted.
I've made my choice, Addy. I'm calling her the Jackdaw. A sly bird I loved as a child back in Swansea.
A dark little creature, no?
Did it rub you wrong when I took this brig as mine own?
It was the sort of rub I have learned to endure, sailing among faces of such fairness.
It's true. Most of these men wouldn't accept you as a captain. So what fair role would complement such unfairness?
I'll be your quartermaster. Nothing less.
All right. And as quartermaster, have you any immediate counsel for this Tyro captain?
Rest and repast would do us good before Nassau. Water for drinking. Hunting for food and repairs.
Well reasoned, sir. Hunting, it shall be. We'll find a decent place to drop anchor.
I think Adeward is one of those
Quite a few
characters
items in the hold earlier. Powder and a few pistols. I think I'll fashion a second holster if I can.
Okay.
It's a good start.
One you find laughable.
Could we talk a moment about the condition of the ship?
What's the trouble?
I had a walk about the gun deck this morning, and couldn't stand for what I saw. A clutter of linstocks heaped like tinder, and one with a slow match still burning.
Christ.
And just nearby, 2 barrels of gunpowder, closer than man and wife. Fit to explode at the touch of a spark.
So Adeward is not happy with the state of the ship.
As for the cannons, they might as well be tossed. Clogs, touch holes in need of scraping, corrosion on the bodies, barrel swabs as naked as knives, and breech ropes so rotted, I could use them for knitting yarn. The short of it is, we need good equipment kept in fine condition. But we cannot win every battle with snares and shouts. So worry about your own armament when it suits you. But don't forget about your Jackdaw as well.
No, indeed. We'll make it a point to keep this ship and its crew in fine condition.
So that's obviously an explanation of, although we want to increase our own stuff, we also need to keep an eye on the ship itself. Adewale is one of those characters that is talked about, but not probably as much as should be. Can we go and do anything? I don't think we can. I think we can just sail to the island. I wondered if we could go. I think it's inside. You can go and upgrade your things. But yeah, so a little bit of a warning. We need to upgrade the ship. And there is also boats coming towards us now. We've got to be a little bit aware of. Good luck for Edward to team up with such a sensible man. He needs someone to balance out the impulsivity. Yeah, completely. I think without Adewale, I wonder if Edward would have made it as far as he does. Right, we know we're not in a fantastic condition, so we don't really want to fight other ships if we can avoid it. We're heading to Abaco Island to hopefully resupply, fix the ship, get some hunting done, and whatever else is needed. We can have a quick look at the map as well while we're here. So we are here now in Dry Tortuga, which is classed as easy, and we're heading to here. I'm not sure what the question. Undiscovered location. There is also a viewpoint. So we're heading for this small island. Eventually the idea is to visit every island. There is a little flurry of ships in our way, as it seems. From what I remember, the map is quite big, as far as I can zoom out, but there is quite a lot to discover. And the sea is vast. We're right at the top, the north bit here. I don't know where Nassau is actually, offhand, so that's something we've got to look for. But Abaco Island is where we're heading. If we get into a fight with other ships, we'll have to deal with it, but I'd rather, I think at this point, avoid it where possible. Just because we may not be in a condition to fight. As Adewale said, the guns aren't in the best state. Right, it's a crate to pick up coming up here, I believe. You found a royal convoy. Its location was shared with friends. Okay.
Some rich cargo here, sir.
Got some loot, some sugar. So this is a royal convoy. Obviously, I don't think it's in our best interest to face them head on. We're probably no match for them currently. There's an island to our right, but that's not the one we're after. Although I think we're going to end up going possibly through these ships to get to where we're going. This may turn into a fight that I don't want to do. But to do travel speed didn't work because of these ships. See if we can travel between them. I'm hoping they don't really cause us any issues. Because although they show us red, they don't look like they're ready to attack us. We'll be doing a lot more exploring as time goes on, but I think for the minute, Abaco Island is our best bet. Okay, 2 more ships ahead of us. Okay. I don't know which part of the island we need to land on either. I think it's the other side. Possibly. But yeah, the idea is to visit every island, discover everything we can. Okay, so this is the island just here, this small one. I'm gone a bit low tide here. That's my fault for hitting the shore. But this is the island we're meant to be heading to. I don't know where anchor is the best point. Maybe here. Okay. This is Abaco Island then. Let's have a look. Fast travel has been unlocked for this location. We're going to go head to the island. We need to find 2 iguanas, killed and skinned, and 2 ocelots. We've got to shoot an iguana, and I think we have to air assassinate the other. You can hunt animals and then skin them to collect animal goods. These resources allow you to craft new items and upgrades for Edward. Use Eagle Vision to easily spot animals, and the crafting menu can be accessed from the pause menu. So it wasn't on the ship itself like I was thinking. So let's have a look. So we need to shoot an iguana and air assassinate an ocelot. Okay, well, hopefully we can find an iguana. Can't see one yet. Where's my iguanas? Right, something over to the left hand side there. There's also other things probably to find on this island. We probably should go and do the viewpoint first. There's a fragment as well nearby. Where's the fragment? It is there. Fragment dump. Right, what can we see? I see some crabs. You should have an Altair outfit because you brought Revelations. Oh, okay. I generally won't change to outfits over previous assassins. Right. So they're the ocelots. They're what we need to assassinate from above. My viewpoint is nearby as well. Let's get the viewpoint, I think. Unless one of these ocelots is about to come near us. Where if that's the case, we will try and air assassinate now. I don't think it's going to. They're all kind of staying in their set areas by the looks of things. Oh, there is one here. Can we air assassinate this one? There we go. Air assassinated one ocelot. So we just need to shoot an iguana once we find one. And the second ocelot we can do whatever way we want to. My thinking was viewpoint would be a bonus. Another shard there as well. I'll work out to get that in a second. Let's get viewpoint. I think that's an important one. Keep an eye out for these iguanas. No, they're not iguanas, they're birds. Thought they were iguanas from whenever they're not. Okay, where's the viewpoint? Just here? Yes. Let's have a look. And we'll hopefully be able to find everything the island has to offer. Other than a starting island, this is the first proper island we've found ourselves. Although we're told to come here. Chest there. Is that an iguana? I think it is. It is indeed, right. Iguana's down. So that's the optional objectives now done. So the rest of it is now 2 more animals to do. And explore and clear the island basically. And then we can look at crafting as well. Shortly as well. Okay, that's the one chest to find on the island. That has been done. So we need to get up there to get to the shard. The ocelot's going to run. Okay. So I think we have to jump across to get the shard. There we go. 2 or 3 fragments done. Okay, we're still giving an eye out for iguana and an ocelot. They're the 2 we still need. Should really look on the map and see what else on this island. We've got treasure map over here, shard over there, and there's a bottle there as well. It's a database entry. So let's head for the bottle, map, shard, and we need 1 iguana, 1 ocelot. I can't leave the island without doing 100%. That's what we're going to try and do on every island. So the boats are returned to ship. We've gone past the bottle. Oh, there it is. This should be a database entry. We should have an Adwali database entry now, I would have said as well. We'll have a look at that. I do like the database. I think they're brilliant for what it tells you. So this is a Peter Beckford the Elder. Of my employer I must say something, for it was owing to his connections that I came to find such troubled dealings. Peter Beckford was a man of great charisma and pride. In 1662 he had come to Jamaica. In just 10 years he had fast procured himself a sizable portion of land, which he sowed with cane as early as he was able. Upon my coming into his orbit, he claimed all about him, one of the largest private holdings of land in all of the world, rivaling only kings and emperors for his largesse. This same surplus applied to a number of slaves in his employ. Whereas he had arrived in Jamaica with a complement of 3, he now could have owned the better part of 300. A shrewd and relentless man of business, Mr. Beckford was known also to be subservient to a Templar of cyclonic power. Wrath and fury and enmity were his prime means of settling arguments that could not be concluded in Mr. Beckford's immediate favour. He was, however, always kind to me, and as gracious a man as one could hope an employer to be. But this I put down to my status in his eyes. He was a traditional man with respect for rank and breeding. In earlier times he had been the governor de facto of the island, and though a statesman no longer upon my arrival, he still bore all the sins of a man who felt it his natural duty to lead. Further, his political connections he valued as deeply as the sugar and the money he brought him, and it was in this capacity, following the arrival of the Spanish soldier, that I met the man who would change my life for the worse, forever, a young man named Loreno Torres. So that was a manuscript about Peter Beckford. We did find a new shanty. We found a couple. I don't think we found these. I think they're given to us because of the ship. So we've got Horny, Horny Ho, Homeward Bound, Johnny Boker, Lowlands Away, Padstow's Farewell, Roll Boys Roll, and Roller Bowler. The Worst Old Ship, Where Am I to Go, Majohnny's, and Way Me Susiana. Hopefully we'll get to hear them. So, people, Adewale. This is the one I was looking forward to seeing. So he was born in Trinidad in 1692. We don't know when he died. Born to enslaved Ogani parents in Yoruba, Adewale was sold to the owner of a prosperous plantation before his teens. He remained on this plantation, working the fields until his mid-teens, although scheming of ways to escape his predicament, but uneasy with the prospect of living life as a fugitive. Then further Then fortune struck, giving Adewale the sign he needed. At some point near his 16th birthday, a group of buccaneers raided the plantation, robbing it of raw cane, refined sugar, and as many reels as they could find. Seeing in this an opportunity, Addy grabbed a crate of sugar and hauled it aboard one of the longboats the buccaneers had rowed ashore. Surprised to see a slave among them, the buccaneers were nonetheless thankful for the aid and welcomed Addy among them. Addy sailed with this first group of men for many years, quickly learning the ways of a seaman, grateful for the chance to develop his own skills and chase his own passions. And though his life among buccaneers was not free of the usual bigotry of the era, Addy found the prejudice to be more confrontational than restrictive. In 1715, misfortune struck a cruel blow when the ship Addy was aboard struck a shallow sandbar near the port of Havana. The buccaneers, mostly British at the time, tried desperately to free the trapped vessel, but after catching sight of an approaching Spanish galleon, abandoned ship, only to be torn apart by schools of circling bull sharks. Addy made peace with his fate and stood his ground. Taken to Havana for questioning and inspection, Spanish authorities eventually decided to send Adewale to Spain, where they felt he would make an excellent interpreter, owing to his fluent command of Spanish, English and French. Some weeks later, they loaded him into one of the galleons and made up their perennial treasury convoy en route to Seville. And that is where we met him, on that convoy. Florida. Okay, so these are locations. So we have Coconut Beach, small sandy islands that grow almost nothing but coconut trees. It was not uncommon for pirates to maroon their foes on such islands, with an example of Abaco Island, Salt Lagoon, Santa Nilas, Cumberland Bay, Marijuana Island and Cayman Sound. Florida. Now I don't think we've been here, but obviously we've been close enough. So home to several indigenous tribes, the Florida Peninsula was colonised by Spain some decades after Ponce de Leon's expedition explored the peninsula in 1513. During the age of West Indies piracy, Spanish treasure ships would sail up the Gulf Stream on their journey back to Cadiz. Southern Florida therefore became a natural point of attack for pirates, and the Florida Keys a centre of pirate recruitment. In particular, tropical storms famously shipwrecked several Spanish treasure fleets on the shores of Florida. Pirates and others flocked to pick through the wrecks and attack any survivors protecting the treasure. Obviously, Havana we have been to. And ships, what have we got? The Jackdaw is obviously our ship. And then I think we've just got animals after that. Okay. So we are good. Treasure map next. Let's go and grab that and then we'll see if we can clear it while we're here. I'm assuming if you find a treasure map, and this is only a guess, it's on the island you're currently on. Is that a whistle? I want to interact. There we go.
Fortune favor.
Treasure map. There we go. So I believe this is the island we're on. We're looking for a big tall rock on the edge. I suppose we should check it is this island by looking at the coordinates, because it's not always a guarantee. I am guessing. Let me just take a picture of the map, just so I don't have to have it on the screen the whole time. So we'll just check ours. Coordinates. So it is not here. So this treasure map is for 749625, and we are 610. So we know it's not here. So if we zoom out a bit, we're looking 749. We're not going to head there now. We're just going to look where it is. 749 is going to be around here somewhere. 625 is up here. So it's on one of these small islands over here for this treasure map. So it's somewhere to head to clear that at some point. Now we've got one more thing to clear, and that's the shard. And then after that, it is all about the animals. We need 2 more, and then we can look at upgrades as well. Okay, we've cleared Abaco Island. We now just need 1 iguana, 1 ocelot, and then we can have a quick look at upgrades before we head back to the ship. As I say, we're always going to try and clear everything 100% along the way, where possible. Right, I need an iguana. I see an ocelot. Ocelot's down. So can we find an iguana? Problem is they're a lot smaller, so we're just trying to spot one. I don't want an ocelot, I want an iguana. Come on, where are you? Lots of crabs on the floor. Ah, there we go. Too far away. So need to get a bit closer to it, I think. I don't know how close before we scare it off, that's my concern. There we go. The iguana is down. Okay, we've done the optional. We now can craft a new holster and craft a new upgrade for health. We'll just sort of phone out as I had it still on taking pictures. Okay, so we go to crafting. We need a new holster. So this is where we can hold 2 pistols then for the second pistol upgrade, holster upgrade. We need 2 ocelot pelts, we have 2. We can confirm. So for the next holster upgrade, we actually need 2 humpback whale skins. I think it'll be a while then before we gain that. Health upgrade, we need 2 iguana leather. We have 2. There we go. New health upgrade. And for the next one of those, we need deer hide times 2. Ammo pouches we actually have enough to do the ammo pouch. We have enough wild pigs, but we haven't progressed enough. Darts we don't know anything about yet because we haven't gained them. And obviously there's outfits as well. And ammunition. Let's have a look at these upgrades. So obviously sword sets. We're currently using the officer small swords. No, we're not. We're using the British cutlasses, but we also own the officer small swords. The rest we need to buy in a shop. And then there's some things that are unavailable. We have got the Blades of Toledo we can redeem on Uplay, but we're not too worried. Pistols, we're currently using the common flintlock pistol. So it does 1 damage, which would be why some of the enemies aren't going down that quickly. Pirate blunderbusses look pretty cool. 3 damage. Wheel-lock pistols have a better range, but only 1, so they're more long distance. And they look pretty good. The Spanish officer pistols, 3 ranged, 3 stun, 3 damage. I think that's going to be one of the first ones we want to try and buy if we can. And then the cannon ones, although they're not massively expensive, because of how much money we've got. Outfits wise, I know Super Colby just said we should have the Altair outfit. We don't generally wear them. We can go a brown cloak, a pirate cloak, crimson cloak, privateer, pirate captain outfit, merchant, politicians, explorer, governors, officers. There's quite a few in there. Edward the Legend, we can have his outfit. Hunter, feline. So actually Altair's outfit's not there. Doesn't mean we can't use it, but we'll just use. I don't do them kind of things very often. And we'll quick look at Jackdaw upgrades. We can upgrade the hull armour, broadside cannons. We need a lot more stuff for these. Mortar can be done when we're ready. So there's lots of upgrades to be doing on the ship. And my kind of thinking is the ship needs to be upgraded regularly, because that's going to be where we're going to spend a lot of time when we're at sea. It's going to be to do with the Jackdaw. You can change the figurehead. I'm not overly worried. That is what we're going to try and do. We can change the wheel as well, but again it's more cosmetic. And the sails you can also change as well if you have the right ingredients. You agree with the Spanish officer pistols? I think they're the ones I think we want to aim for as much as possible. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. I think that's just gone up again. But yeah, I think that's what we should be aiming for. Right, we now need to go and meet Adewale. I can swim back to the ship. It did give me a choice to use a small rowboat to get back, but I can swim. There is definitely nothing else left on the island. I'm pretty sure we've cleared it all. Let's head to our ship. Meet Adewale. But yeah, I think so we've got the money, so in theory, as soon as we get the chance to buy, we want to buy the Spanish officer pistols. Especially now we can have two. The damage is better, range is better, stun is good. That should be a focus for us then. Moreover than a sword, I think pistols are going to be more useful. And then I've also got to look at the ship and upgrades to that, as that's going to be quite important. Right, let's meet Adewale, and hopefully he's happy. But second island cleared, at least.
My needs and wants are oceans apart, mate. But I did fashion myself a new holster. All I need now is a pistol to lie in it.
Yeah. He's going to give us a pistol.
Taken from the holds, just as you said.
So we now have two pistols.
More than a blowpipe. But it'll do.
Well, yeah, we'll look to upgrade the pistols, I think, sooner rather than later.
Or should we idle a while longer?
Best way anchor. I think the crew is itching to reach civilization.
You'll find no civilization in Nassau. But it's a fine place to be merry all the same.
So we go, mission complete. There's Tyro Captain. And 100% sink, that's what we like to see. So multi-pistols. Press triangle multiple times with pistols equipped to chain shots and highlight targets. These shots do less damage but interrupt attacks.
Close down! Catch some wind!
I think there's some ships fighting over there. We don't want to be involved. We're going to ignore ships at this point. Until we go off exploring properly, I want to stick to the story at this point. Because we don't really want to be involved in fights. We're not equipped, really, to be too involved. The exploration will come once we kind of got progressed enough in the main story to go to these places. Stay away from the shallow sea. So, okay, got to be a little bit careful. We're heading right towards this enemy ship here that's going to look for us. Where are we heading? Right, we're heading to here. So I'm assuming this is Nassau, would be my guesstimation, in the West Indies Sea. So I think I need to turn. I don't want to go to that red area.
Reef the topsails and gallants!
I can avoid it.
Reef the mains!
And I don't really want to be involved in that ship either. Also, going the rowboat and harpoonist stuff might be good to do early-ish, as we can hunt whales. Yeah, good point. We need 2 whales, don't we, for the next holster upgrade. So yeah, that probably would be a very good shout. Right, we can travel to Nassau. It's allowed us to travel straight there. I assume we should. We'll accept. I'm currently ranked 631,334th of most dangerous pirates, according to the leaderboard that has popped up. Here we are. We're in Nassau, Bahamas, September 1715.
Captain Queer Nabs. Tell me I'm under arrest. Tell me!
Them your breads.
Fly away, boyo! Back to your master!
Aye. We was privateers together before the wars ended. I'll see you ashore.
But yeah, I think you're right. Harpooning stuff because we need the whales for the 3rd holster. So this is Nassau. Obviously Edward's been here before. We haven't. It looks a thriving colony, doesn't it? And if you're not aware, historically, Nassau was a real place. It was a real hideout for pirates. This was their base of operations. So this Viewpoint, there's quite a lot of stuff to clear here as well. Obviously, this is one of the major places that we won't clear all in one go. Although a Viewpoint would be ideal. If we can do one soon. Okay, there is a shop here. Let's have a look at the shop. We were talking about changing our pistols, weren't we? So let's have a look. We have the money to upgrade our pistols now.
Greetings.
I don't think that's going to be an issue going forward in terms of cost. So I've got a feeling pieces of art. I bet you there is a trophy for buying every piece of art, I would assume. We've got some cargo. We can sell it. It's probably not worth selling at the minute. We can sell hunting goods as well and buy hunting goods. I wouldn't say they're cheap. I'll give you that. Shark bone, great white shark bone, bull shark skin. And we need 2 of those for the next upgrade, so I think we'll hold off. But pistol set, I think we're going to spend the money because I think they're going to last a while before we need anything else. So I think it's worth doing. 7,000 reals for them. That would leave us another 6,000 left. I think that is a good option. It would just give us that ability to be able to do things a bit more at distance. And, I don't know, make us more attack friendly. I know it's the wrong word, but that'll do. So yeah, we can buy the Spanish officer pistols. Confirm. We have 2 of those now. Perfect. Eventually, I'm assuming you have to buy every weapon at some point. I don't know for sure. We are already full on ammunition. Perfect. We'll have a quick look at swords. It might be worth upgrading. We're currently using the English swords, I believe they were, the British swords. Nothing else actually. They are better. Espada Anchor are better, but only by 1 damage. So ours are currently 2 damage with 2 speed, 3 combo. It's probably not worth upgrading yet. That's not bad. The Privateer's Cutlasses. That's better. 8,000. I think we might hold off. I'm not too worried about the Blades of Toledo. We can use them, and it's a reward we've gained at some point, for either from having the game or for Uplay or something. But I kind of think we haven't been to Toledo yet. So although it says he acquired them in the famous Toledo, we haven't been there. So is it a bit cheating if we change to the Blades of Toledo when I don't feel we've earned them? And we're currently using the British Cutlasses. Speed is better, damage is better. I just don't. We've not been there ourselves, have we? So I'm not sure if it's a little bit cheating to use them now. Obviously, the officer's rapiers seem to be the best swords, but it sounds of it. 5, 4, and 3. Although damage isn't as good as some of the others. But yeah, Blades of Toledo. I just feel like it's a bit of a cheat if we use them now. And I don't really know where we got them from. But there we go, we got the new pistols we were after. We still got some money for other upgrades. Obviously the ship is the big one, the Jackdaw, but I think we need supplies. Okay. Nice and quiet here. Doesn't seem to be any enemy soldiers, which is good. More relaxed. Now, I would like to grab a viewpoint, but I think the quest is first. Let's have a quick look. Let's head for the viewpoint there in the middle, and then we'll head to the quest. How are we doing for time? I've still got another hour. Even better. So we'll do the middle viewpoint, and then we'll head to the quest. So it's a church by the looks of things. Everyone seems happy and relaxed. There we go. First viewpoint on NASA. I forgot all about the whale hunting actually as well. That's going to be interesting. I kind of have a vague recollection of what it entailed, but I don't have a massive recollection of it. We have got a treasure nearby as well. Where are we jumping off to? Oh, that haystack over there. There's a shanty up there. I might hold off chasing it for the minute. Where's my treasure chest? There was one here. But it's above or below? I'm guessing below. I can't see it. Yeah, I think it's below us here, isn't it? A little tunnel underground. I don't know what else is here, but there's a chest. I think there's a shard here, or is that in the tree? Then I missed it. Anything else under here? Not by the looks of it. Where are we coming out now? Okay. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. There are some enemies over that way, so there's obviously somewhere we can't go. Okay, we'll do the sea shanty. We're here. We may as well have a look at it, and then main quest. These are the one thing I was really not looking forward to with sea shanties. But at least you don't have to press a button. You've just got to get close enough. No button press to collect. But you do need to get close enough. It's easier said than done. We got it. Another sea shanty gained. They're not as bad as I was expecting. I was really worried about them. They're not that bad at all. We're here, we're seeing things we can clear while we're nearby. We might as well clear them. So one of 13 Animus Fragments. Database entry for the Old Avery Tavern. So the database entries are generally real places. So this drinking spot, named after the king of pirates Henry Avery, was highly popular among gritty seafarers in the early 18th century. Legend had it that Avery himself once had a financial stake in several establishments throughout the West Indies, but that appears nothing more than self-promotion. I believe it was burnt to the ground by a disgruntled pirate in the 1750s. This disgruntled pirate? We've probably got stuff we need to do on in the modern day as well that we've not been back out to do. I would assume it'll move us out when needed. Shanties, we've got the Drunken Sailor. I think that's one we just gained. I hate having exclamation points still showing up. Nassau. Let's have a quick look at Nassau while we're here. So originally founded as another Charles town, the city was renamed Nassau in honour of King William III of the House of Orange-Nassau. The city had a particularly colourful past. In 1706, the city's officially appointed governor skipped town, thus severing the crown's direct control over the Bahamas. The islands languished for almost a decade in the hands of British citizens with little or no interest in statesmanship. By 1713, the entire region had become a haven for pirates, and it was in this period that Benjamin Horny declared Nassau to be a pirate republic. He proclaimed himself governor, and therefore every pirate of any sense and reputation used Nassau as a base of operation, transforming this small city of barely 1,000 residents into a nest of infamous bastards, according to the governor of Bermuda. Great fight of the Pirate Republic. I've heard of that. Before it was all bogus. It's so wonderful. I mean, not wonderful for the people that got murdered, ravished and marooned. Fantastic for our purposes. This gives us an anchor. I am enjoying them little arguments between the developers and workers from Abstergo Entertainment. Right. Here we are. So I believe we're going to meet some old friends. I think that's the whole point of being here. No, we're meeting Adewale. I thought we were going to meet some of our old people we knew. Okay, let's have a look what Adewale needs us to do.
By God, you're a sight for salty eyes. Come you in and have a drink.
I haven't found where we upgrade at the Jackdaw yet either, because I think you have to go to a particular shop.
Who's this? Adewale, the Jackdaw's quartermaster.
Jackdaw. You named your brig after a poxy bird.
Ade, these lads are the better part of our growing confederacy here. Ed Thatch, Ben Hornigold, James Kidd.
James Kidd. Famous pirate himself.
Carry a pistol, do you?
Peace, Ben. Ade saved my life. And now we're looking to find a crew to fill out the rest of my ship.
Well, there's scores of capable men about. But use caution. A shipload of the King's sailors showed up before night back, causing trouble and knocking about like they own the place.
Right. I'll see who I can muster.
We should have some more database entries now, I would assume, after these three. They're all famous pirates in their own right. Jackdaw crew. The meter indicates your crew strength. Crew is an essential resource that allows you to plunder ships. Bigger ships require more crew to board. There are two ways to recruit crew. You can hire them in a tavern, or you can help pirates in trouble. We've done that one of those before. So we need to recruit 15 pirates, and we've got to disarm and kill guards 3 times.
Send any men you find to the Jackdaw. I'll put them to work.
That's interesting. Disarming people for this mission. I'm not too sure how we disarm people, so that's going to be interesting. Quick look at the database, though. I'm hoping we've got the people, can't we? Have indeed. Perfect. So Benjamin Hornygold. These are people that actually I know a little bit about, and I think are quite an interesting addition. So Benjamin Hornygold was likely born in Norfolk, England. That's not too far away from me currently. Although this has not yet been verified, all other information about his early life is unknown as yet. The first recorded instances of his early exploits as a pirate in the West Indies around 1713 to 1714. He was one of the earliest pirates to emerge after the end of the Spanish War for Succession, which gives us good reason to believe he was one of the many hundreds of privateers who were left without gainful employment in the ensuing peace. Like many other British mariners, Hornygold spent much of his time in the Bahamas, eventually settling in Nassau. It's from here he launched his career as a full-fledged pirate, though he likely thought of himself as a privateer, in his earliest years at least. A skillful sailor and strategist, Hornygold lacked some of the ruthlessness required to be a truly successful pirate, and until 1716 refused to attack English ships out of a sense of loyalty to his home country. Note, a pirate with a sense of honour would make a superb hero, in my honest opinion, if our edits to Edward Kenway don't pan out. Agreed, Jay. His lack of facial hair is a bonus. That beard to most of these guys look like owl's nests. I didn't mean to come out of that. There's 2 more people we want to have a quick look at. So Edward Thatch, again someone else that is very well known. Maybe not by that name, but he is well known. Known variously by different sources as Thatch, Teach, Theach, Tatch, Titch, Tiach, Tack, and more. We're fairly certain this Edward was born in or around Bristol and took to the sea at an early age. Most likely in his teens. It is also speculated they arrived in the West Indies quite soon after leaving England. If this was indeed the case, Ed Thatch would have presumably shared the War of Spanish Succession, a protracted fight between most of the empires of Europe that pitted Britain against royalist Spain and France. In his early years from 1700 to 1713, he would have been a privateer, or at the very least a merchant seaman, doing his part for the crown, Queen Anne at the time. With the Treaty of Utrecht bestowing peace upon a troubled Europe in 1713, Thatch and his fellow sailors would have found themselves far from home and out of work. They thus turned to piracy as a means of sustaining themselves. In the ensuing years, Thatch befriended a captain named Benjamin Hornygold and soon after joined his crew as quartermaster. At some point between late 1714 and early 1716. Settling in Nassau, Thatch, Hornygold and the rest of the flying gang, as these parents called themselves, began cooking up schemes far larger than most pirates of the era dared dream. Wanting nothing less than a country of their own, they worked to turn Nassau into a place of liberty and freedom for all who desired an escape from the bonds of imperial rule. And the one that is probably more famous than most is James Kidd. He is a young man with a long and checkered past, not yet out of his teens. He is a cocky and confident lad with a brashness cultivated to counter his youth. He also claims to be the bastard son of the late William Kidd, the infamous privateer turned pirate who was captured and hanged by British authorities in 1701. Although James has no proof of this connection, his mother always insisted on it, claiming that she spent a single panic night of passion with Captain Kidd just before his departure from London in 1695. Growing up fatherless with a spendthrift mother did little to improve his prospects of leading a normal life. By the age of 12, he had found employment aboard merchant vessels sailing between the British colonies in North America and the West Indies. By the time he was 17, James called Jamaica his home, and he further honed his skills as a sailor here. Although he never sailed with the likes of Ben Hornygold, Ed Thatch or Edward Kenway, James was among the first sailors to settle in Nassau and was a crucial figure in its development as a republic. Maybe I'm thinking of a different person. I thought James Kidd was, but then maybe Captain Kidd they spoke about. I'm not sure how we disarm people. is my first thought. Let's change. I want to change to hands because I need to disarm guards as part of this quest. We need to disarm and kill 3 guards. Again, disarming we've got to figure out as we go along. I don't think it's going to be incredibly difficult, but it's just knowing the buttons. There's a fragment up here. While we're here, we'll clear it. Makes sense. I missed the jump. Save's coming back later if we clear this now. Why would he not climb up there? Right, okay. Didn't quite go to plan. Thought I could just jump across and he'll do it, but it didn't seem to work. There we go. Fragment done. Okay, so there's men this way. I'm going to keep a very close eye on once we get into trouble about the disarm button. So once we know it, it's not too bad to use. Judging by how everything else is going, I'd say it's a single button press. Okay, we have got someone on the roof here. There's a gunner. Okay, I've kind of got to get to him without him seeing us then. I could shoot him, obviously, but I think that would probably not really work brilliantly. I want to disarm. I didn't disarm, I just took him out. Okay. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually kill him. Let's loot him. We've got 4 pirates. Right, we need to get into a fight and actually disarm someone, don't we? That's going to be quite important, I think. What about these 2? I didn't mean to do that, I actually wanted to disarm him. Okay, disarm is X. You got to counter first, then disarm, and then kill him. There we go. So 1 guard done. So we have to counter and then X to disarm and then kill him. So next lot of people we need to get back from being prisoner. I kind of need to get into a fight, ideally then. They're about to shoot these guys, aren't they? Right, 1 disarmed. Taken out. Oh, I got shot. I need to drop the sword, but I don't know how to drop it. Counter. Right, I've now dropped the sword. Sword? I meant sword. Right, human shield. Bonus. Kill this last guy, free these pirates. There we go, we've disarmed and killed 3 guards. Why are we kneeling like that in the sand? Slight error there, graphically. I think we're okay again now. Yeah. Dropped the sword at least. Right, the crew is now recruited. So that is done. Quickly loot these guys. And then we'll go and do the rest. Now we don't need to worry about disarming. We can actually go in all guns blazing, essentially. We don't have to do it discreetly. Because this is Pirate Haven. Why do we need to be discreet? More pirates behind us. Go this way. Yeah, I don't see the reason to be discreet when you're in a Pirate Haven. We own the place, essentially. We haven't used the new guns yet, that's something I want to do. Obviously, it depends if we get the chance. Not at the minute. Sit down, recruit crew, perfect. We need 1 more lot. This is back to the same place we just were, actually. I've just realised we just went backwards. Okay. Let's free these crews, shall we?
Maybe we
Or
save
help
the
them
king
anyway.
some coin and simply cut you down.
Yeah, that was a one-shot kill. That was definitely a one-shot kill with the new guns, new pistols.
I'm your man now, Capitano.
We rescued 2 more crew. Let's get these reloaded. Always got to remember to reload after a fight, otherwise we may get in a bit of trouble. But yeah, that was definitely a one-shot kill. Right, one more lot of crew needed, and then that should be done. There's a chest here. I think it's underneath the house. We're passing it, we may as well do it. It's here. You can also blow up the dynamite when needed. Something we will look to use and later on, I'm sure. Okay. I don't need to go to the big red area to free some crew. I was given that we could have gone there to free some crew. I think it's probably a little bit out of our comfort zone at the minute. And we only need one more. So let's have a look this way. There should be some more. There's only a fighting again back where we just were. They kind of respawn. 1 down, 2 down.
Not hoisting off anywhere with you. Thanks. Kenway, isn't it?
I did like the quick.
I'm with you.
I didn't know I did it the way I did it, but I did it. If that makes any sense. We actually ran up, killed 2 with the pistols, and then we actually did a little jump off the barrel to take out the other guy. Bear with me a second. I've got someone at the door. I think my wife needs to stop ordering things. They always come when we're streaming. It's really annoying. And now my headphones don't fit. Right, there we go, sorted. Now we need to go to a hanging then. But yeah, that was really cool how we jumped off the barrel to then assassinate. I didn't intentionally do it. It just kind of happened and looked really good. So pretty pleased with that. But yeah, we need the next part of this mission to go to hang. We need to shoot the rope of the hangers. We need to make sure the guns are restocked and reloaded, which we've just done. And the hanging is this way. Not too sure who they're actually hanging, but 2 soldiers there. They're not hanging someone currently.
Captain Kenway, come fast! The soldiers have trapped a man in irons. They need to hang him.
Right, so ladies ask for our help.
This pirate bears the blood of many innocents on his hands. His Majesty's honourable representative.
I shot the rope. Well, now we need to fight a way out of this. Oh, okay, we've got to be careful attacking that guy. Nice double counter there. Right, managed to break the defence. We've got to free the captain. I want to loot the ammo. I want to reload the guns I did as well. I'm looking forward to a bit. Who's going to attack by now? I'll go out there. I'm hoping. Yeah, he's gone. Should still be able to do this. No, it's not going to. Yes, we can. No, we need to be anonymous. Alright, it's just one guard that was causing an issue. There we go. Free the captain.
Bless
Are you having
your
fun with this game? I'm
kindly
loving the
British
game. Shoot the
dead
rope.
leg.
Managed to help him. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the historical side of it as well as always. Right, that is that done. We've got a full crew now. Just got to go to the tavern. Yeah, I enjoy all of them though. There's always stuff I enjoy and stuff I don't like, but yeah, so far it feels so natural and it's good fun. Right, there is a shanty nearby, so we'll clear that on the way to the tavern, I think. Where are you? Below me. It is below. We got the shanty. It didn't run away. It didn't run away. That's a bonus. Okay, we're heading to the tavern. We've definitely completed all the optional objectives as well, so that's a bonus. And let's have a look at the tavern. How are you finding it, Super Colby? Are you enjoying it? Let's go around. You really like Unity stealth. I don't actually remember a massive amount about Unity, to be fair. It's been a long time since I played it. I don't remember that much. You just feel like an assassin. I think that's the thing. At the minute, we're not meant to be one in this, so it kind of makes sense. There's a few little bits I'm not happy with. Where he's acting like an assassin when he's not.
Like El Dorado or the Fountain of Youth.
What have you heard?
But yeah, I'm looking forward again to Unity.
Or a tomb, hiding a treasure of some kind.
That's it. See here.
Oh, rot.
So that's the map he stole when we met with the Templars.
Gold, is it?
It's worth more than gold, Thatch. 10,000 times above what we could pull off any
Absolutely,
Spanish.
Captain Kidd. Well, he's not Captain Kidd, is he? But James Kidd.
Here, lad. It ain't a fortune. It's a fantasy.
There we go. We've done it. So far, so good. There's a courier nearby. I'm not too worried about him. There is a game to play here, but again, not overly worried at this moment. I want to know where we go to upgrade the ship. I haven't seen where we head for that. Next mission is actually over here, which is near where the ship is. So let's head there. We could probably clear these three on the way. The chest, the shanty, and the Animus Fragment. If we can clear those along the way, that would be a bonus. How would you rate the memory? Well, I don't actually rate them, to be fair. I know you can, I just don't. I'm not going to tackle them. I'm not going to be able to catch them, so let's leave them. Do you rate the memories, do you? Because I haven't. I think the chest is underneath. But yeah, you can rate the memories. I don't think it matters now. I know when the game first came out, it was a big thing. I think they were trying to gauge people's perception of what worked well and what didn't. Okay, there's a shanty here. And a fragment. Ideally, I want that not to do what it just did. I may have just lost the shanty because I waited. You know what? Let's go back. Let's do the trick we pulled on the first island. The shanty is going to come back to here, so I'm going to wait here a second just for the shanty to come back. You think they should do this nowadays? The problem is with the games nowadays, they're not set memories, are they? In that way, well, there's no optional objectives and stuff. The shanty flew away. Try again later. I know that. Just waiting a second for it to reappear. Yeah, they're not set memories, so I think that makes it a little bit harder. Unless you rate the mission as such in that way, maybe. It's a nice thing they've offered, but I just don't know how well it works in practice. There wasn't much information given out back when this came out about what they did with that information and the ratings themselves. They're not going to look for feedback from us before now. No, they're not going to do it now. But like I say, even when this game came out in 2013, there wasn't much said about the ratings people gave. They never said anything about what they're going to do with that information. So I don't know really how that works. What's the bet in the shanty isn't going to reappear while I'm stood here? Come on, shanty. That's back. Am I below it then? I am. Oh, it's gone a different direction now. I hate them when they do that. I didn't realise I was too low. There we go. Shanty gained though. Perfectly done. In the end. There's only 2 more shanties to find in Nassau. That's not too bad. I must admit, I'm happy that we're not struggling with the shanties as much as I expected. So we've now unlocked Paddy Doyle's Boots and Randy Dandy O. I do remember that song. People, who have we just... Drunkards. Okay, so drunkards are a new group of people we've just unlocked or seen. Sailors flushed with rum and the heat of the sun, these drunkards can be used in a few ways. First, as blend groups allow Edward to hide in plain sight, and secondly, as allies in the event of a scuffle. But remember to bring a bit of coin if you want them to fight alongside you, as these pirates won't risk their lives for free. Why are these guys always standing around in tight huddles? Can't you find a few who are swinging from chandeliers or sleeping under donkeys? Okay. Next quest. Now we are ready to sail for the Horn. Oh, is that what's next? Yeah, we've done the sage already. We didn't free him. He was gone before we could free him. But yeah, we've done the sage. You remember that one too? I don't. Some of the shanties do just stick in your head, don't they?
Tinder box you got there.
You sound a bit green, Horny Gold. Is it envy? Because mine's bigger than yours.
No, I reckon.
Yeah, no, that's why I knew you meant Randy Dandy-O.
I prefer the Spanish stuff. So, you've got yourself a fancy brig now. Fine. Well, I'm going to teach you how to sail.
Or was that part of the song?
And how to take a prize
I don't know.
the proper way.
I didn't.
We'll catch you up at the old fishing village. Aye.
Okay, so he's going to teach us how to sail, supposedly. Let's see. But yeah, some of the songs do stick in your head. I'm looking forward to actually getting out to the open sea and actually having the crew start singing.
Where's your helmsman, Kenway?
Pistol arrow pouch 1 can now be crafted. We will use a swivel to kill sailors.
Let's make some headway, shall we?
I've no need for schooling. How many prizes did we take together as privateers?
So we've got an hourglass.
There's a chasm of difference between joining a raid and captaining one.
Schooner level 4, it's got cloth and rum. Santa Catalina.
After you subdue a prize,
so this is basically just giving a bit of a tutorial on the ship.
Respect that you would never give yourself. This weaves a spell.
We need to catch it up. There's a big as yeah, I was going to say there is a ship there as well.
The uneasy idea that you could snap at any moment.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? Okay, right, we're near it. So look at location. Oh, there's an island there. Obviously, that's not what we're doing. So we can fire a chain shot from the front of our ship. We're not quite close enough to do so. I think I missed.
Fire what cannons you will, and land a few strikes if you must. But for God's sake, don't sink her. It's no fun fishing cargo out of the sea.
I don't want to sink her.
Although it can be done.
I don't want to sink her. I want to incapacitate. So I need to get frontwards to do the chain shot, don't I? Incapacitate ship. When a ship is on fire, it means it's incapacitated. You can either get close and press circle to board and try to get all its cargo, shoot to sink it and get half the cargo. So obviously boarding is the aim. Slow down. So what was our optional objective? Use a swivel to kill sailors. Okay. So I don't want to jump aboard immediately. Hold to circle the board. There we go. During boarding you can use the swivel gun, which is what I'm going to use. We've got to kill sailors with the swivel gun, as that's the optional. We killed 2 with 1 shot there. Come here. Missed. Have I killed 3 yet? Yes. So optional objective is now complete. Once he actually gets across, it's close enough, we should be able to get across. There we go. We boarded a first ship and we did the optional objective straight away. And one man has decided to give up instead of fighting back, and we have got incapacitated and got a first one.
I am Captain Hornigold, and this is my crew.
We're not his crew.
We're sailors
but there we
like
go.
yourselves, but quite unalike in our purpose. For we intend to take all that you own. Yet no harm shall befall any man so long as he remains at ease. Is that clear?
No me mate, señor. Tengo familia. Se lo suplico.
Anyone speak English? English?
Little bit.
Little bit.
Friends, we're stealing your goods, and we won't hurt nobody if everyone stays as still as a sandbar. You got that?
Please to repeat.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Lock him in the hold and take everything that isn't nailed down.
So I think it's always better to board a ship to gain its can't remember the word. It's always better to board a ship to gain everything it has rather than sinking a ship. Unless obviously it's a big fight. So we gained some 25 cloth, 10 rum, and 1 crew member. We can now repair the Jackdaw. There we go.
We now have the materials required to make the ship stronger, sir.
It's a shaky feeling.
We need to plunder another 20 rum.
Get used to it. We'll need to take a few more prizes to make this a profitable day.
Loot, booty, cargo. Okay, what's that ship there? That's another Spanish schooner. We need rum though. That's got wooden cloth. But while we're here, we may as well. I've gone too far across. Swivel guns. It's on fire now. I didn't sink it, did I? I think it's on fire. No, I sunk it. I didn't mean to sink it. That was a complete accident. I was aiming for taking it over. Right, what have we got here? That's got rum. That's the one we're after. Remember, we don't want to sink it. Right, it's on fire now, so we should be able to take it over. I sunk the other one accidentally. Well, not accidentally, I did it on purpose, but we're going to board the ship, kill the enemy crew. So while we're getting closer, we may as well make use of the swivel gun. Any more? Where are you? Okay, let's get over. This will give us the rum we need. He's down. And they've given up. I did sink a ship accidentally, but we'll take it. So 35 rum, 10 sugar, 1 crew member, we can repair the Jackdaw. Sell your rum and sugar to the harbour master or your captain's cabin at 725 reals. Doesn't tell you how much you're repairing your ship for each time, I've just noticed. And we need to go in a captain's quarters ideally, because we can actually upgrade the ship, which I think we should do.
Good take today, Kenway. Half a dozen scores of that size and you'll be set for a year.
Okay.
Now let's sell this cargo and fix up your Jackdaw with a few more trinkets.
Sod a year. I'm looking for a prize that'll set me up for life. I'll be king of the West Indies then.
We came to Nassau to get away from the likes of kings.
Well,
I was going to go.
I'll be a man of property and promise anyway.
Right,
Jesus,
we have to go to Salt Key. I wasn't sure if I can do it on the ship or not, but we need to buy the intermediate hull.
Big score. A ship so full of gold and silver, just split it and sail home.
Sure.
There's a survivor in the sea somewhere.
Every man hopes to find a dozen chests of gold with no owners. They're as rare as an honest king.
So we can still loot more ships along the way, to be fair, but we're heading to a new place. Another schooner here. I don't know how many of these we wanted to be doing along the way. The more goods we obviously have, the better. Is it on fire yet? I don't want to take it out, but I'm going to end up sinking it, aren't I? There we go. We can board now. There we go. Another ship for us to board. More resources. We always need more resources. We've got to head to the Salt Key though to actually do the upgrade. I thought we could do it where we were, but I don't think we can. That's one crew member down. Are we close enough for me to get on board yet? I think so. Two down, one to go. There we go. Nice resources again. I don't know if there's a limit to how much you can hold. 20 rum, 25 sugar, 6 firearrows and one more crew member. I think we probably need to check if there is a limit. Because obviously if there's a limit we don't want to take on ships for the sake of it. So we do probably need to check. So let's have a quick look. So that's what we've got so far. Jackdaw upgrade. Storage. There is a storage upgrade. So cargo storage. We can buy it in the shop. We can't do it away from the shop. It doesn't say how much we can hold though. 500 storage I think is the maximum then according to that. It allows you to the Jackdaw to transport each cargo type. I don't know if it's a total of 500. I don't think there's a limit. That's telling me there is one, but I don't know if it's a 500 per item or 500 total. I'm assuming it will tell us once we have too much.
What we have taken. Mains out. Let's go.
But we need to sail to the Salt Key to get a new hull.
Every last scrap of duck on the wind. Loose tops and royals.
So if we see any enemies, we will take them on. If we don't, we'll just head straight there. Currently, we can hold more. Yeah, I didn't know if there was or not, to be fair, either. But currently, we can hold more cargo, so we will. A little mini island coming up here. I don't know if there's anything on it. I don't know if it's worth stopping and having a quick look. I think it's a shard on it, actually. Looking like that. We're passing it. It might be worth having a quick look.
Douse the gallants and royals. Sunsil's in.
Smart. So I wasn't sure myself, so I just thought it's worth having a quick look.
Haul them in. Get off the wind.
Right, we're going to go off the wheel. We're going to have a quick look at this island. There is a shard here, I believe, from what I just saw. It's an island we've not been to. We're passing it. It makes sense to have a quick look. I may be wrong. There may not be nothing here, but I think it's worth a quick look. I think there is a shard here, and this is. Can open it. We've got some sugar. Sugar for our trouble. So let's grab the shard. Oh, that's not. Why can't I not grab the shard? There we go. Uncharted 1 of 30. So these are uncharted islands. Yeah, cargo. I didn't spot that was cargo to start with. Our treasure map. Every time we see an odd island, we should really check treasure maps. But the 749, no, we're nowhere near it. We're 581. There's nothing else on this island by the looks of things that I'm aware of. So we're heading over here. That's where we're heading now. There's obviously something there. Undiscovered location. I didn't stop. I should have. Was near this. The Altocha wreck. I was near that, and I should have got it because it contains an upgrade plan. Well, I didn't do it at the time. I probably should have done. But that's this island clear. I can't see any animals for hunting purposes. I can see. I'm assuming things will mark up on the map. Whether there's anything hidden or not, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't spot the actual cargo, what it meant, the marker-wise. Double check, there's nothing else here. Like I say, I'm assuming there is nothing hidden on the islands. It's going to be obvious what's there. That's my assumption. Oh, there was another question mark, undiscovered location, wasn't there? We could have a look at whale hunting if it is one. I'll mark it up so I know exactly where I'm heading in a second. We've got about 20 minutes left, so we've got plenty of time, I think. Okay. Let's quickly mark it up on the map, so just make sure we actually head in the right place. So this question mark here, we'll head there, as Lisa suggested, and then we'll head to the Salt Keys to sell our wares and hopefully get some upgrades. Past the, just want to get past the shallow shore. It is, I think, a shark or a whale, one of the two. Let's find out. I love that you can still go. Why have I not got any chance going? Why are they not singing? I haven't thought of that yet. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're not singing. I thought they would be by now. We've got a gunboat just there. It's only a gunboat. It doesn't have any gear on it, so there's probably no point taking it on. Obviously, if they attack us, we'll defend ourselves. But yeah, we've not done one of. Look at a harpooning target. There we go. We've not done one of these yet.
Captain, there's sea critters to spear here.
There's sea critters to spear. We can rescue. Begin harpooning. Right. Not done one of these. It's been many years. Are you going to change the outfit? I don't know. I'm not normally one to do cosmetics, so I'm not sure, to be fair. Maybe. We'll see how we go. Right, we need to hold this and then target.
Hook it! He's a slippery bastard! That's right! Tire yourself out! The sea dog's hit!
It's a bull shark.
It's weakening!
First time we've done this in a very long time.
Good hit, Captain! He snapped the rope!
He snapped the rope. Where is he?
Patience.
Where is he?
Headed at us! Larboard bow!
There we go, we've got him again. I think he's ours. Our first bull shark. Oh, shanties. Right, press left or right arrow to cycle the shanties. Right, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Just because I want them to sing one. Our first harpooning is complete. Nice. First one done. So I'm assuming on the map that is now clear. Yes, I think that's now disappeared, yeah. So we're heading over here next. But yeah, as far as outfits go, I'm not sure. I'm not really... You know what I'm like. I'm not really into cosmetics. But we may still change them. We'll have a look, I suppose, and see. Sea shanties.
Right, Jack, sing.
There we go. I've asked them to sing, they're not actually singing.
Crowd it all on! We ride the wind for all she's worth!
So I have put it on to sing, but they're not actually singing anything. That's not singing, that's sing. Okay. So I've got sing activated, but they don't seem to be wanting to do anything at this point. It may be too early in the game, I don't know. Right, there's a man overboard nearby we can pick up by the looks of things. Where is he?
Sir, to starboard!
Seems we got a survivor.
We rescued him. Okay, so this is the island we're heading towards. There's probably more to do here as well. But yeah, Strangers Are Not Singing, we did put it on, but currently they're not. There must be a reason for that. Right, let's slow down a little bit. Just because there's other ships here, I want to be careful. I don't want to hit any of these. Civilian ships. So again, we don't want to hit civilian ships.
Loose main sails.
So I can avoid it. And we are somewhere new. This is the Salt Key, so we should be able to do a new upgrade for the Jackdaw. And I'm assuming a new place to discover.
I think we're clear, sir.
It still feels like we're on quite a tutorial kind of section. It does still feel like that. There's still a lot it's showing us how to do, which isn't a bad thing. So Salt Key Bank. This has got a tavern, a viewpoint, 2 assassin contracts, and a few other little bits and pieces as well according to that. I thought it would show me what was here. Okay, it did show us when we actually arrived what was on the island. It kind of left pretty quickly. Okay, but the upgrade, that's what we're here for.
¿Puedo ayudarlo con algo?
So this is where we can upgrade the Jackdaw. So we can buy the Jackdaw upgrade. Hull armor is one we need to buy. It's 1,000 reals. Doesn't cost us any resources, strangely. I was expecting it to do so. Let's confirm purchase. New armor for the ship. I want to buy new guns over here, I think. But then I want to be a bit careful. If you overdo your ship too early, is that going to be bad for the lower level boats you're going to come across? So you're going to sink more than you're going to be able to board. That's the downside. Mission complete, and that should be 100% sink as well. Prizes and plunder done.
Not a bad take today. Keep this up and Nassau will be the first city where men and women may live as God made them. Easy and free. All it takes is a few drops of blood, sweat.
Talking about outfits, I actually like his outfit currently. The outfit does suit him.
But praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms. This one's yours. Fly it proud.
So we now have the pirate flag that has been given to us.
Hand over the docket I lent you. If we're to keep our republic afloat, we'll need guns as well as gold.
That means attacking the navy.
So long as they're flying King Philip's colours will not offend our own monarch.
Okay, so we actually can't do anything else here. I thought we could.
Merchants roving these waters is 70 the number of military ships.
Aye, easy purchase, but in small doses.
Right. So to lure the navy out of hiding, it's best to cause a bit of mischief.
Catch a few small fish to attract the big ones.
Okay.
That's right. So plunder and pillage as you see fit, Captain Kenway.
So, for this one we need to gather metal cargo. So that's 70 metal. But we also need to plunder a hunter ship. It's already given us to plunder 30 sugar from what we did previously, so that's a bonus. But we need to plunder a hunter ship as the optional.
Loose and trim too.
So unfortunately we can't stay on the island that long because it wants us out. So we're looking for some ships to plunder. Hunter ship is the ideal aim. But I think we'll have to wait to get one of those. Then we've got to cause some trouble first. We need metal, I'm assuming, for upgrading the cannons. Spyglass is your best tool at sea. Look at the ship, see how powerful it is and what cargo it is carrying. Look at location, see everything available there. Hold R1 to use it. Look around and L to zoom. We want metal. There's no ships in sight just yet. Come on, where are all your ships hiding? There's one on the mini-map, but it's a little bit far away from us.
Military class brig on the horizon.
Good eye, man. Are you ready for this, Kenway?
Where?
She won't go down without an honest fight.
Who's up for taking that brig, lads? Shout aye!
That's a sound I like to hear.
Slow down a bit. I'm not sure which brig it is.
All hands to cannons.
There's a
Careful
location
around
there.
the navy. There is likely
Okay,
to
is that
ram
the
you as
brig?
fire a broadside.
Let's test those
It's got metal.
against them.
65
Aye,
metal,
thank
so
you.
it's not the full amount needed for the mission. But it's 65 towards it. We need a hunter ship as well. So that'll be the one we'll be chasing afterwards. But a brig, that's a big ship to take on very early. Level 17. So can we do a chain shot maybe from here to try and take out the sails? Slow it down. Yeah, I just missed the sails. She's not ramming us currently. Just missed it, ramming us there, made a turn just in time. We are doing some damage. We definitely need to upgrade our guns though. Brace for impact. We've got to avoid letting it ram us, that's the big thing. It's going to ram us. Yeah, we took a ram there. That wasn't what I wanted to do. We need to get this round.
We're ready, sir! Brace yourself!
Going okay. We're taking a few hits, but that's to be expected.
Ready to fire, sir!
Turn.
Shorten sail! Kill off the squall!
I think we're doing well. It's not that easy, I must admit. Ship combat.
That's where the most tender! Fire! Ready to fire, Captain!
I wasn't expecting it to be easy, to be fair. I did think there's always going to be difficulty to it. It's on fire, so we can now board. That's the plan. I think we can board. Seems like it's nearly there.
Round it all on! Batten yourselves!
Chain shots did a bit of damage. Probably not as much as we wanted. Don't want to take it out, remember. We do need to board it. Okay, now it's boarding, I think. Don't tell me it's going down. Don't go down. There's our first brigadier dealt with.
Over the top, lads! Kick him in the hams! And give him a taste of British
You think
steel.
sugar, rum and spice are just to sell for money? Metal and cloth for upgrade materials. Okay. So some can be sold, some can't. It's just knowing which ones we're okay to sell, isn't it? Okay, 10 crew on board. We've killed one already. Missed him. 2 down. I can probably jump across now, to be fair. I love the rope you can use to get across. Oh, big guy. He's coming at us here. I haven't got any... I just realised I've got no swords equipped. What do we have now? Oh, he's down. Nice jumping knee there. We lost a crew member. And there we are, they've all gone. We did lose a crew member in that. It's Cement and cloth you think are upgrades, the rest can be sold. Okay. We can actually have a look to see what upgrades need what, can't we, to be fair? We gain 65 metal, 15 rum, 2 heavy shot, 3 more crew members on top. We still need to find a hunter ship, because that's the optional objective. Hopefully we've caused enough noise.
We have looted some goods useful for upgrading the ship, sir.
We have. Right, I want the hunter ship now, don't we? Why have I still got a marker on? Oh, okay, so that's still marked up. Complete the objectives before you run out of crew. Okay. All good crew-wise. So we're looking for a hunter ship. I don't know what a hunter ship looks like, but that's what we're looking for. There's 2 ships behind us. What they are, I don't know. I can't really see them at this point. I think they're behind the island, I would suggest. We've got about 10 minutes of the stream left, so I'd like to see if we can get this finished today, this mission. There's also no live stream this evening. We're back live again tomorrow morning. I think Genshin Impact tomorrow morning. It's a brigadier. I don't need a brig. I need a hunter ship. I don't want to fail the side objective because we've gone for the wrong ship. Genshin Impact tomorrow morning, and then Assassin's Creed Black Flag tomorrow evening is the plan going forward. Okay, where are we heading? So one ship's there, one there. I don't know what that is though. It's just an enemy ship. Let's go and have a look at that. Might be one. Might be a hunter ship if we're lucky.
Aloft, lads! Check those royals!
It's very misty out here. I can't see the ship ahead that early on. There we go. It's a schooner. It's got wood and sugar. Again, not helpful. I want a hunter ship. Although we could, I suppose we could take it on. And hopefully the hunter ship comes after us. Hunter ship sounds like one. He's going to come after you once you've caused some trouble. So there we go. It's ready to board. We can now go and board it. Hunter ship's sharp when you've caused some mayhem. Oh, okay. How's it getting away? I thought I'd done enough to stop it. Have I just destroyed it? It's still fighting us. I thought I'd taken it out enough. I think it is now taken out enough for us to go and get it. I thought I'd already done it. They tried to escape. Yeah, I think you're right. Them cross swords, we need to get them higher so we can get some hunter ships. You have to have 3, they start hunting you. Okay, cool. So we need to cause enough mayhem without getting metal. Because I don't want the mission to finish because we've gained enough metal first. It may not, but I'm just thinking ahead that I don't want the mission to finish. It may say we have to head to an island to finish the mission anyway, but just in case. 3 down. I might be able to do this without actually going on the ship. No, I'm too close now. We only need to kill one person. One person we got to take out, and that's it. There we go. Easy schooner. Completely different to taking on a brig. Did we get some more? Did we get some more people on our tail because of it? Not currently. Maybe the brigs are the ones we've got to take on. Because they're going to cause more trouble, aren't they, by taking on a bigger ship. Schooners are probably very small in terms of getting people after us. So maybe we do need a brig. I can't see the mission ending just by getting the metal, because I'd assume we'd have to head back to the Salt Keys. Would be a guess. And if that is the case, we can still head for a hunter.
Let's catch some wind, lads.
I think the whole point is to get hunters after you, isn't it? So
Loose all and swim sharp to the wind.
Anything we come across we'll take on. We're not worried about metal at this point. So we want something else that's going to cause us to gain a reputation. Currently, there's no ships in the vicinity. Just the luck, isn't it? Ah, there's one there. What is it? I thought it was. No, it's a rock. I don't think it's a ship. There is one to our left. Okay. There's a stranded person here, if we can see him enough to grab him. Where was that? I'm too far away, I think. Right, what is the ship we're heading towards? It's another brig, so let's take on this brig. Hopefully that may get the enemy after us. Some chain shots on them. Need to slow down. It's going too fast, going past it. There we go. Nice damage there.
Keep out of her way! She will ram us! Fire! Captain Lancer, there, she's got fire!
So hopefully this will mean that we get some hunter ships after us. Some fire barrels out.
That's with them all stender! Fire!
Nice.
Drop mines in her path when she
Okay.
Fire!
I didn't brace when I saw them.
She's weak, she's right there, Captain. Fire! We're going to hit them! Go to hit them!
I was trying to avoid hitting them, but I didn't brace in time. I think they're definitely losing.
We're ready, sir! That brig! Fire!
And there's just a miss there. We're in trouble. I knew that was going to get us. They are nearly down though. We probably got hit a few too many times. We need to be better at turning to avoid them hitting us like that. I think we've nearly gone down to be fair. There we go. Should be unable to board it now. And we are boarding. Hopefully this is enough to get a hunter ship after us. 10 crew to take on. I can't see anyone. There's too much stuff going on. Okay, that's all we're allowed to do. I think we didn't even have to get on board. I took out enough shooting. Once you have 3, they start hunting. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. And we can now fix the ship as well. I don't know how much we're losing by fixing the ship. We've got enough metal now, we just want a hunter ship to show up. All aboard, trophy achieved.
How do we fare?
A fine purchase, no mistake. Now I think it's time to lay low and bribe our way back into secrecy.
Agreed.
Okay,
so how do we get rid of this?
So they want us to go and get away back into secrecy by going to Salt Keys. Ah, Hunter.
See the military off your tail.
Perfect.
Right,
there's a Hunter there. That's who we're heading for.
Samaritans at some point.
Smart thinking.
I think it's when the icon turns completely red, isn't it? I'm just going to rescue this guy over here. Thank you. And then we're heading for the Hunter. Because we have to take on the Hunter as the optional objective. So that is where we're heading next, before we head to Salt Keys. We're going to overrun the stream a little bit. I want to finish this quest. That's the Hunter. And that's who we've got to take on. I missed. But we did get him there. Perfect. Slow down a bit, get the turn. Okay. Can we deal with this Hunter ship? We're about to get rammed, aren't we? Yeah, we got rammed there. I left myself open for that. I'm not sure how much we're losing for fixing the ship after each fight. I haven't really kept an eye on it enough. This hunter ship isn't doing very well, I don't think.
Ready to fire, sir! We're down to the ship, can we?
Can I turn enough not to get rammed? No. I was trying not to get rammed or ramming them themselves, and I kind of missed it. Come on, turn. Turn. Turning is quite difficult, but then I'm assuming that's on purpose. It wouldn't be easy to turn quickly at sea, would it? So my expectation is that it's probably quite accurate. Don't ram me again. Right, which is done. I want to board. We should be able to now. Yes. We can board the ship. It was black before. Hit the hull and not the sails. Yeah, I think chain shot obviously is designed for the sails. And you can only do it from the front. And then you want to be hitting the hull when you're using your normal cannons. I think that's roughly how it works. I've run out of bullets. Bullets, cannon. Jump across. We're in. So these guys look differently to the ones we've taken on previously. And I think they're going to be a bit tougher. For these guys you have to break the fence really. The problem is everyone else is hitting me at the same time. Yeah, to break the fence for them guys. But they're also wearing different outfits, aren't they? So I think Hunter crews are different. But we've done it. Hunter crew is dealt with. We'll go back to Salt Keys. I want to finish this mission before we finish today. So we're going to extend a little bit. We've got 6 heavy shot, 4 mortar shot, and 3 crew members out of that. But again, I don't know how much it's costing us to fix the Jackdaw. But yeah, definitely aim for the hull, not the sails. I'm probably aiming too high some of the time. Right, optional objective done.
With what we have taken, we can improve it.
I don't want to be sailing over the ship while it's sinking, do I really? Okay, now we need to head back. Over there. To be fair, we're nearly there.
Lay aloft on the fore, come on! Every last scrap of duck on the wind! Crowd on up!
Yeah, if we can avoid enemy ships for a minute and just get there, it'll be the best way, I think, to finish the mission. The ship is looking in good shape. But yeah, I kind of need to find a way of knowing how much it's costing us to fix the ship after a fight. It may not cost us that much, but I kind of need to have a look at what it is actually costing.
I think we've lost them, sir.
Hello, Tolan, how are you? Good morning.
Haul in the stunsail.
We're just coming to the end of the stream, shortly.
Swim us off the wind.
We're just finishing this quest and then we're going to be coming to an end. But how are you this morning? Or this afternoon now? It's actually afternoon. Right, so we're back. We've got to talk to the local officer. Either that's to upgrade cannons or that's to bribe our way out of the problem. Head there. Oh, I think it's to bribe our way out of the situation. By looks of things. We did it on the side of it, so this should be 100% synchronization as well. We've done all the side stuff. We made sure there was nothing left to do. 200 reals, your wanted level has been reset. Okay, we can now reach the captain's cabin and we can buy the broadside cannons. This is what I was trying to do when I was at sea, is actually go into the captain's cabin to do these upgrades. But it wouldn't allow us to, so maybe we have only just unlocked it. Is my thinking. Let's have a look inside. You don't repairing the ship by boarding costs nothing. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It was only because it kept saying repair the ship, so I wonder if it did. So we can outfit the ship now. We need to buy broadside cannons. I think that was telling us. Yep, there we go. They're going to cost us nothing, but they're going to cost us 70 metal, which is absolutely fine. And after that, it's money and metal. It's a small set of cannons, plus 3 to our current cannons, which are 7. There we go. So we know for that then we need metal. As Lisa was saying, some of the materials we gain we could just sell. The lady, you can choose to either add the boarded ship to your fleet or salvage to repair the grapple. I remember something about that. You have a fleet, don't you, eventually? So fabric and metal for the armour is all we need there. Chase cannons, fabric. Ram strength, fabric. Just money. Money. Mortar is money. Metal. Metal. Heavy shot. Money. Money. Diving bell. Okay. Just money. Storage is just money. The harpoon is money and cloth. I think it's called cloth. So actually, I think you're right then. Bear me a second. Look, someone at the door again. Bear me 2 seconds. If it's not the postman, if it's not the delivery, it's now the postman at the door. But there we go, that's done. Right, so yeah, I think you're right, Lisa. I think the actual things we can sell are the first 3. The sugar, the rum, and there was something else, wasn't there? I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I think the first 3 at the top can be sold. The second 2 we need to keep for upgrades. We can change the appearance if we wanted to. I think that's probably a bit of a waste at the minute. But we've done what it wanted us to do. Small set of cannons acquired. I'm assuming it wants us to leave. So this is also where we can change his appearance, change equipment. So if we own other swords, we can swap. I don't think we can buy stuff here though. Available in shop. Yeah, we can't buy anything, but if we own it, we can change. And outfits as well. We're currently wearing we're wearing the Kenway robes. We actually we can equip the Edward the Legend outfit. I'm not a massive fan of the eye patch. And then we can buy things in the shop as well. First 2 are sell, keep wood, metal. Oh, wood! I didn't see the wood on there as a thing to use. I also had them in the wrong order, didn't I? So it's the first 2 you can sell. The rum and the sugar. Everything else you keep. Okay. So there we can change our pistols. I don't think there's anything else in here to do at this point. But yeah, I vaguely remember about having a fleet, but obviously we haven't unlocked that yet. Right, I do need to finish the stream, but I want to also finish the mission, which I think this might do. Hopefully.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
Obviously, we can only store a certain amount of goods as well, so we do want to sell what we can sell. We don't, as long as we don't need of upgrades. I'm horrendous for not selling stuff, so.
Jesus, will you listen to your tripe? Still dreaming on about that strumpet back in England when you could have anybody you wanted here and now.
Ah, such lofty goals for you gents. And here I thought I was in the company of scoundrels.
Quite interesting, he still wants his wife back home. You know, he has all this opportunity not to, but he still is devoted to her.
And there's a few talking about meeting with Master Kid to steal from a nearby plantation.
Plantation? It's ambitious.
Profitable too, if we can manage it.
Aye. It's a good idea.
So that is Memory 4, Raise the Black Flag, complete. We plundered a hunter ship and we plundered Dirty Sugar, although it gave us that from previous. So that is that done. Okay, we're just leaving port. I'm actually going to put us back in port in a second so we can finish for today. Once it allows me to. Is it going to allow me to? I don't know if it will.
Loose main sails.
It's annoying.
Reef, short north sail.
Maybe I can't. I was hoping I'd be able to. Right, if I release the wheel, does that give me an autosave? No, not automatically. Trying to work out how I can get the autosave to kick in. We can probably try crafting. What? Can we craft anything yet? We can't do that. I think he did tell us we could. But no, obviously not. I thought he said we could. Okay, it's now saved anyway because I went into the menu. So it has saved us here. So we'll take that. What we'll do, have a quick look at the map before we finish. So, we've obviously got to explore this island. There's a lot to do here, I just suggested. There's a local officer for lower wanted level. Synchronization point would be ideal. There's a shop, obviously, as well. But we're heading over here. By the sounds of it, we're going for a plantation. Is where we're heading next. So that's something we will need to take on. I think that's the next quest by the sounds of it. But I think when we come back tomorrow evening, we may even start clear this island first. As we're here anyway, it makes sense. There's a shard on this little island over here. We didn't do that. That's a shipwreck, which I've not looked at yet. So it's something to look at as well. But I think the mission is pointing us over here for a plantation, by the looks of things. But that's what we'll aim to do on the next Black Flag stream, which, as I said, is going to be tomorrow evening. But that is us done for today. Yeah, it looks like Diving Bell would be a decent upgrade, wouldn't it? That's why I'm thinking if we go back to that island when we stream tomorrow, we can do the upgrade on the island, I would have said. And that way we can get the Diving Bell, or we can do the shipwrecks, like you say. So yeah, that would be a good thing to do. So yeah, that is us done for this morning and for today. We're back tomorrow morning with Genshin Impact, and then we're back tomorrow evening with Black Flag. I'm pretty sure that's what I decided. Let me just check myself. I may be wrong in my own thinking, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's have a look. So the date today is the 12th. So I'm looking for my own schedule video because I can't remember for the life of me. There's no live stream this evening, but there is an episode of Car Mechanic this afternoon. Genshin Impact tomorrow morning. I am correcting myself. And then Assassin's Creed Black Flag tomorrow evening. That is the plan. Friday no stream. I've now got physio and specialist appointment, and then Saturday evening Black Flag again. That's the plan so far. But we're 11% complete. It doesn't feel like 11%. It feels like a lot less. There's lots still to do and see. Story-wise, we managed to get quite a bit of it done this morning, it seems. We've gone through most of the tutorials by the looks of things, and we're moving on to doing a lot of our own thing. And ship combat is definitely tricky to actually master, but satisfying when it does come together. That's the big thing. As always, thank you for the likes, the views, the comments, and the conversation. You guys have been incredible. Lisa, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all the advice as well. And like I say, we're back tomorrow morning, Genshin Impact, and tomorrow evening with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And have a good day as well, Lisa. Thank you very much. So everyone else out there, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow morning. If we don't, have a good day, have a good week, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks all for watching. Bye-bye.